you need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the Personal Injury Lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
Welcome to the 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership Season. I'm Jack Barry. We've got a beautiful day here today, if you like the Ducks, and it's raining, and it's been raining for the last 48 hours. I'm joined by Andrew Thompson in the commentary box today, of course, the president of the Sherwood Magpies, and despite all the wet weather, the Oval's looking pretty good.
Yeah, considering what we've had today, it was looking pretty good this morning when we made the decision to kick off, but then that band of weather we thought might pass us just turned west, and it basically bucketed down for the entire reserves and Colts games. But we're hoping a little bit of a ray of sunshine peeking out now. It doesn't look like there's much behind this current band, so hopefully it dries out just a touch.
I've got to say, this game today between Sherwood Magpies and also Mount Gravatt, there's a long history between these two clubs over a long period of time, isn't there, Andrew? Yeah,
particularly our old boys from the Squaffer days. I think they played in about 10 grand finals.
That's correct.
Between each other from about 1970 to 1982, of which I don't mind saying we won, I think, 6 of them. And yeah, the two squads had a big rivalry in that period, and then re-emerged as rivals in the early 2000s and through today. And now we're playing for the Pelly Selvidge Cup, named after a couple of legends from that 70s and 80s era, so it's exciting stuff.
Well, despite the weather, and there's been a few games that have been postponed over the weekend, but despite the weather, we've got a healthy crowd here. And of course, but if you're watching the game from your lounge room at home, the TPL Lawyers QFA live stream action on the AFL Queensland YouTube channel, so we look forward to seeing you, and especially all those parents or family that are interstate being able to watch their loved ones play footy today. The earlier games today, we saw the Colts, Sherwood, 16-11, 107, way too powerful for Mount Gravatt, 0-1 behind. And in the reserves, it was Sherwood once again, 5-8, 38, a 10-point win over Mount Gravatt, 4-4, 28. We want to welcome our umpires for today. Thanks to Bradman Windows and Doors, Miles McLennan, Mitchell Blashak, and Angus Mott Howe, the hyphen, will be doing the field. Of course, Chris Ciotti and Roger Carpenter doing the boundary. And, of course, Jack Williams and Caleb Fidge doing the goal umpires as the players have tossed the coin and moving into position today, and it's going to be a contested day, a contested game of footy, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, watching the Rezzies game, certainly it was a stop-start affair. The Colts probably got the better of the conditions. The Rezzies game, the moment that ball hit the deck, there was no skidding, none of that. It was hitting the deck, stopping on the spot. But yeah, looking around now, the sun is peeking out. So it's not going to dry the ground out, but it might at least dry that footy out for a period.
Of course, Sherwood, coached by Brett McAvoy in his second season, and Hamish Mitchell looking for a rebuild in his second season with the Vultures. So not far off the readiness as the support staff remove themselves from the field, and we've got the umpires nearly ready to kick the game off with I'm assuming it's going to be a throw up today. I don't think it'll be bouncing too much, I would assume. But you're right, I think the sun's just starting to peek out. Umpire holds the ball aloft. Season 121 in the QAFL this year. Just doing a little bit of maintenance work as he throws the ball up. Rucks go at it. A tap forward. Head over the ball. Mount Gravatt trying to win the first possession. Trying to drive his legs through, but a strong tackle by the skipper in Will Fletcher. And what a star player he is for the Magpies.
Yes, Will's picked up where he left off last year. Early touch, early clearance. Kicks it in long, which I think we'll see a fair bit of that today.
Ball goes into the forward 50, trying to win the ball. It's going to be Stacks on the mill. An umpire come in and ball it up. Been a good list build this year. Andrew, happy with how your list is
Yeah,
struggling?
very happy with how they're looking. We've probably would have gone in with a pretty small forward line today, regardless of conditions, but certainly the way it's turned out, it looks like an even better move.
Gravatt will attack the outer wing, kick towards the wing as he can try and pick the ball up again. The pressure at the moment, as you can imagine, round one of the season, everyone trying to do really well. Umpire will call it up and call it up once again. And I see you've picked up Jared Cameron.
Yeah, Jared's actually attended our best and fairest last year. His cousin was playing for us and let me know at that event that he was moving to Brisbane. So pretty much signed him up at the regatta that night, which was probably the easiest recruiting I've ever done.
Magpies in the middle of the ground now as the Vultures tried to switch the ball into the middle. Can't quite take possession. Both diving on top of the ball. A handball out the pack. Might be a soccer off the ground. No, it's a handball up at a fumble, as you can imagine. Heavy conditions. They'll feed the ball back. A kick forward there by Corboy. Goes towards centre half back. Quick pressure kick. Nice kick away there by Ashcroft. Out onto the outer wing. Getting to the fall of the ball there was Gordon. Handballs across to Harrison. Umpire says holds it up and will bring it back and be a free kick to the Magpies. No, he's going to call for a ball up. Healthy list of sponsors again, Andrew, for 2025.
Yeah, I think we're at record numbers this year. We put them on the back of the junior training singlets, and this year we went the training T-shirts because we ran out of room on the back. So definitely healthy for us, looking for everyone wants to be involved with the Magpies, which is fantastic.
Ball spills towards centre forward. Good strong tackle pressure there by Milton for the Vultures. Solid tackle into the ground. Umpire says it's okay. Thought it might have been... No, he has paid a free kick. I think a little bit of extra on that tackle. No? No, it's a throw up. I thought it might have been a little bit on it. Tap forward, out the back. Soccer off the ground. Getting to the fall of the ball is Meakin. Switches the ball out towards the commentary side. Cameron will take a mark. He plays on quickly. Nice right foot kick. Looking there for Thompson. Getting to the fall of the ball. Handball over the top. Cameron's there. He's followed up. A solid tackle. Umpire says, my ball there. Bit of feeling in the game. Right in front of the two coaches' boxes. Umpire throws the ball up. No one can get a clear tap. Good shark from the bottom there. That's great play there by Glass. Steps inside. Clever play. Now a nice kick away there by Mitchell. Inside towards forward 50. James puts his foot to the ball. Rolling towards the boundary line. And I think we got there. Meakin, happy to see the ball over the line. Tell us about some of your other recruits for 2025 that have caught your eye.
Yeah, look, number 20, Jimmy Crichton. He's predominantly up here to play VFL with the Brisbane Lions. Brighton Grammar Boy went to school with the two Ashcrofts. We'll have him when not on VFL duty. Predominantly been training with the Lions. I haven't seen a heap of him, but when he's come down, he's looked really good. And then probably the really good recruit that we've got is young Tommy Fry. So he's just grabbing the ball now. So Tommy's, I'll just pick up the call. He's kicked to Fletcher on the wing. Fletcher wants to wheel and go. Looking downfield, not many options on for him. Probably going to kick it long. Then turns it over straight to, can't see number there, sorry.
They kick the ball down the line. Holding in front spot is the Vultures. A handball up and a quick kick away. Numbers are going to suit the Vultures again. The handball on the outside. Here's a chance now to go forward 50. They go to the goal square. He just kicks it along the ground. Magpies have the numbers. A little kick out to the side here, and they're going to clear the ball away. Tackle pressure coming from the Vultures, but the Maggies get that ball kicked nice, and there's a free kick downfield. So the Magpies will get a free kick in front of the members' stand here. As I said, a great turn up by the locals today. And will be taken away here by a larger Glass, who's already had a few possessions already today.
The Glass kicks down the line, hits Ashcroft. Ashcroft takes a nice clean mark, looking inside. Not much on for him. Goes long to Utting. Good spoil from Gravatt. Cameron's got the loose ball, under pressure, and shanks it out of bounds on the full.
The ball heads over the line and out of bounds on the full, so it'll be a chance for the Vultures to bring that ball back into play. Of course, a big night. I joined the Vultures at their jumper presentation the other night and ran a mental health tackle your feelings session, so had great turnout. So and they're optimistic about this year. I think it's great improvement. They kick the ball along the line. Pack set themselves. Can't take the mark. Driving legs. Kick forward. In front. Costa is taking the mark. Ben Costa goes in short and he finds his teammate. This is promising build-up. Corfie kicks forward, rolling forward into the forward line and out of bounds, so the ball will be thrown in deep in the Magpies' defence. And of course, a shout out to Kane Browning, who was a late withdrawal from the commentary. Of course, the voices of QAFL footy just pulled up a little bit sick this morning, so we didn't want to spread it around. So looking forward to having him back on board next week. Umpire throws the ball in. Front position, tap forward. No one can pick the ball up. Shovel off the ground. Good, nice little turn out of defence. This is good work by the Maggies. Chaining handballs out of the back. They'll go in short, forward 50, and a good mark.
Austin takes a chest mark, wheels onto his left foot, down the line, looking for Cameron, misses him. One of the James brothers takes it. Good tackle, strong tackle from Cameron, and umpire will ball it up.
Well, umpires brought to you by Bradman's Windows and Doors on board again this year, the sponsor of the umpires. Umpire throws it up. Strong bullocking work there by Finlays. He kicks the ball high. Suits the Brave. Costa once again. Quick kick forward. It's a one-on-one in front position. He's taken it. So the Vultures will get the first shot on goal for the afternoon. We played 7 minutes into the first term here at Pollyanna Oval. And it looks like it'll be number 37. I didn't quite got his number there. Have you got that there? It might be Gabe Robbie. I'll have to tell you. It might be Gabe Robbie. Not sure. But for the first one for the afternoon, for the Vultures coming in. Can they start their season? It looks pretty good off the boot. And it's straight through the middle. So the Vultures get their opening goal for the day. And we'll have to pick up that number. There was one number missing, and it was 37. So maybe Gabe Robbie. We'll just still have to check that and get back to you. But Gravatt, 1 straight 6, leading Sherwood yet to score. And of course, 2025 TPI Lawyers QAFL Premiership season. We've still got the game also going today up on the Sunshine Coast at Kiwana, played at Kiwana between Maroochydore and I think Wilston Grange today. So most of the other games, I think at this stage...
No, I think Maroochydore are playing Aspley.
Sorry, Aspley, you're correct.
Wilston Grange are hosting... not sure, sorry.
I'll have to check
Wilston
that,
Grange are definitely playing at their ground today.
Okay, so there's a couple of games going on still. Back into the middle. No one gets a tap. A soccer off the ground. Good solid hit to the side. Good play and a nice handball away there by Prest. A kick forward. Into forward 50. James can't take the mark. Handball's over the top. Good forward pressure there by the Magpies. They fall to ground. Handball in forward. Kick off the ground. Here's a chance for the Magpies. A solid tackle. Umpire says you're caught and dropping the ball. So a reprieve in defence for the Vultures. Six players yet to score. A long kick down the line. Pack set themselves. Nudged off the ball. Solid hit. Handball over the top. Good pressure. Handball over the top. Here's a chance for the Magpies. They've got numbers here if they can win the possession, but the ball goes out of the bounds and over the line. The Oval is, I mean, I know we've had heavy rain, but the Oval is looking to treat, so put a bit of work into it in the off-season.
Lots of work in the off-season. Volunteers that put hours in a godsend, and we've actually also now got a grounds crew that we've employed over just in the off-season as well, just to get that little bit of extra professional advice, and it's paid dividends until today, unfortunately.
Quick kick inside forward 50 for the Magpies. A good hand pick up of the ground. A solid forward tackle. Umpire says he will ball it up. Who are some of the forwards to look out for the Magpies today, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've got John O'Giles and Will Fletcher will rotate through the middle and forward. Typically, they'd be strong marking targets, but in these conditions, I'd be looking at Xavier Knight, Jared Cameron and Riley Utting. Good ground level players, quick, and Connor Ashcroft also rolling through the midfield, and looks like he's sitting in the goal square now. and he's a dangerous player. Connor Ashcroft, he's come up from UQ. He won the Division 1 MVP last year. Another one of our key recruits.
By to throw the ball in. Heavy attention put on Jared Cameron by Clare. Tap forward. Dangerous Cameron gets to the fall of the ball. Was he taken high? Umpire says he's not. He'll throw the ball up there. So inside we played 11-minute mark first term. TPIL Lawyers QAFL action, round 1. 121st season of QAFL. The umpire's going to ball it up once again. It's a bit of a hush over the field. Both teams just sorting themselves out. Umpire throws it up. Trying to get front. Was he scragged? Umpire says he was. Be a free kick. Going to Brent, the skipper. Around the true sort of defensive area. He's going to go across the face. He'll go in short. Need to be good. The lead's on. Is that Ferris? Can't quite see from here. With the yellow boots. Kick down the line. It's to a 50-50 contest. James can't take the mark and the ball goes out of bounds. Certainly been a big 12 months and doing a great job, Brett McAvoy, your coach. Andrew, if I don't mind saying, sort of looks like you've got a real strong connection together. Obviously been around for a while, so knows the club, but are you happy with the connection that the club's got this over the last 12 months?
Yeah, look, Noodles obviously, well, Brett, is club junior, played senior footy, coached Colts at some points, coached reserves, and he's also done his time coaching in the academies. He's a state under-12 coach. He's gave up his playing days early on to pursue a coaching, and we couldn't be happier with the man we've got. Don't always subscribe to the fact that you need a club person to be your senior coach, but we're very happy with Brett in the role.
Yeah, certainly turned some fortunes around last year. Like the brand of footy that the Magpies were playing, tap over the top. Vultures been impressive here. There's a lot more strength around the contest. Umpire's going to throw the ball up once again. Wrestling for top spot, tap over the top. But again, out of bounds. Just that little drizzly rain.
Yeah, the sun's peeking through, but I think the damage is done in terms of drying out, getting any kind of dry conditions. It's going to be a hard slog, repeat stoppages, some heavy legs. Now Gravatt do look like they have some big bodies out there, so certainly well set for these parking conditions.
I think they recruited 20 players into the side this year, so I mean a very hard-working coach in Hamish Mitchell has picked up Nathan Stewart, and Cam James has come across to trying to add a bit of coaching experience as the Maggies go forward. Oh, good body work, but couldn't take the mark, but it was butted up and backed up there by the forwards, but again, strolled tackle, just can't quite get a clear run at it. Obviously heavy conditions on the ground. Umpire throws it up. Good body work. Great play by the Magpies. Squaring the ball up, trying to get it inside, deep inside forward 50. Getting to the fall of the ball was Bailey Thompson. Fortunately, just couldn't quite bounce his way. Umpire will throw it in once again.
Magpies will be looking to lock it forward here, try and get some repeat stoppages before one pops out for one of their smalls. Don't think Gravatt will be in a hurry to switch it out the other side too often today, nor will Sherwood. So once you're in there, hopefully you can pay some dividends. Looks like Fletcher gets the ball out. Still fighting for it, Fletcher. He's got it in the back, and he's paid it, yep. Looks like Fletcher will have the first Magpie shot on goal, about 35 metres directly in front. He's dangerous when he goes forward. Obviously a very prominent midfielder in the competition, but certainly we learnt in the pre-season and late in the year last year, he kicked multiple bags of 3 and 4 when he pushed forward. And that'll be a good weapon for us this year, given we've added some real strength to our midfield.
So Will Fletcher lining up for the Magpies first. He comes in, steers the ball straight through the middle. It's a class act. He's a great state player, and he's certainly a great leader here at the Magpies. And Sherwood get there first for the afternoon. So it's all locked up here at the 15.5-minute mark of the first term. 1 straight 6 apiece. A little bit more on Will Fletcher, if you can. Andrew, he certainly, I think, is he reigning best and fairest? He's won a couple of best and fairest.
He is a reigning 5-time consecutive best and fairest club record. And he's done it in, there's certainly he's done it in sides that have played in prelim finals. He's done it in sides that have been mid-table, and he's done it in sides that have had a rough year. So he's won the best and fairest in all conditions, and he's very unlucky not to win the Grogan medal last year, and was captain of the QAFL state side. So he's one of the champions of our club.
He's certainly a great player. Good, solid, strong tackle there by Glass. The Vultures didn't like it, but it was just a nice, solid tackle.
Looks like they're going after Fletch.
Yeah, I suppose he's that type of player that gets probably targeted every week, but geez, he's a class act. Tap over the top. Umpire moves the ball on quickly. That's good. A quick kick away. Pack one-on-one setting themselves. Good defensive forward pressure there by James. Solid tackle. Going good running away there by Mitchell. Kicks it out the outer wing. Racing in front for the ball is Parnell. Keeps the ball alive. Coming over to support is Thompson. Ball spills free, but it's going to be butted up by the Vultures. They'll just do a quick kick and hope. Can't take the ball. Good solid Sesson putting the head over the ball. Strong play. Magpies working hard. Just try and drive that leg out. Good solid work there by the Maggies inside. Nice and tight. Handball out the back, but again, the Vultures have got numbers of the footy that look like James once again. Ball's kicked high and out of bounds on the full, so the Magpies will reset on the outer wing.
Looks like Elijah Glass with the footy on the far wing. Looking to get it in deep. Thompson the target. And he's played a push in the back by the looks of it. Oh, and he's played 50 metres.
So the Vultures will take the ball up onto the outer wing once again, a 50-metre penalty. So starting out on the outer wing. Big kick forward. It's going to land inside forward 50. A spill over the back. Good defensive pressure and a hand punch over the top there by Collinson. Looks like Mitchell once again drives the ball long.
Ollie Cruz chasing the footy, and it just skips over the boundary line.
Didn't quite bounce away for Cruz.
But you can see the ground is already drying out with this sun. The ball's now skidding on when it hits the deck. Certainly in the earlier game, it was just stopping in the puddle. And the sun has been out now for a good 3 or 4 minutes, so we still have light drizzle, but conditions are improving.
Cameron and Giles coming on for the Magpies, so a couple of good senior players there. Diving on top of the ball. Good solid play by the Vultures. They've been strong this morning. Good start. I think Coach
Ollie Cruz kicks it in. Parnell, good body work. Good score from the Magpies defender. Parnell on senior QAFL debut today. Played in our Colts a couple of years ago, and then went and had a year of senior footy at UQ. And now came back this off-season and forced his way into the side for round 1. It's a great effort from young Angus.
Umpire throw the ball in. Rucks go at it. Nice body work there by Giles. Umpire will ball it up once again.
Unusual ruck setup. Gilesy taking the ruck again. Not his normal position, but he is strong, so it'll be good for the wrestle.
Handball over the top. Can't pick the ball up. Magpies try and get a kick away there. He tackle without the footy. Handball forward. Another solid defensive tackle by the Vultures. They'll tie it up. Deep inside forward 50. So who are the ones to watch out for the Pies down here?
Looks like Tommy Fry's around the footy, getting busy. We've got Ollie Cruz. He's as tough as they come.
Oh, you picked it. Kick. You picked it. So it looks like, is that number 2? Is that Tommy Fry? Now let's have a look.
Can't quite see that, sorry. Looks like a taller player.
Yeah, we think you're right. So I'll let you call it, Andrew.
Goes from the pocket and just knocked over for a behind. Still can't see who that was. I think it might have been young Parnell, it was.
Yep, number 46. So they bring the ball back in. 1-1-7, I think the score will be, to 1 straight.
Someone up here is meant to be doing that.
Nice kick forward, big fist over the top there by Korf. Shark out the back, and a nice weighted kick forward. Nice kick by Meakin, and then a clever mark by playing in front. Handball over the top, Meakin backs up. Swings the ball around, has got enough spin on it. Oh, touched on the line. Desperate play there by the Vultures. They save what looked like a certain goal. And that's good play there by Tristan Meakin. Nice kick in forward, then butted it up and ran forward and had a shot on goal.
Good example of knowing your strengths.
Yeah.
Teammate running onto his left foot.
Umpire's found a free kick, a holding free kick. So it's Korf again. Goes in through the middle of the ground. Good mark. Turns and goes. He's got players out wide. It's Costa, Benny Costa. Kicks into space. Not have too much on it. Big fist over the top by Priest. And the ball will go out of bounds. Just a little bit about your defence. So who are your key defenders down there?
Today we've got Zach Collison playing down at fullback. And then we've got Ryan Gilder, so one of our young stars who's been playing a bit of VFL and academy with the VFL bye. He's back. So they're probably our tall defenders. That's a great mark by
Korf again, once again. He's having a good game. Centres the ball.
Jack Austin, pushing through. Just take the footy. Oh, butters up again. 3 or 4 efforts there from Jack Austin. Gets the ball out. Jack Austin again kicks it long on the left foot. No, goes for the dinky little one in front of Will Fletcher. The ball stops in the puddle. James kicks out and finds a target. Comes out on the wing, comes off the instep, falls to one of the best players on the ground so far. Clark feeds it out to Thompson, and we're back to Gilesy. Looks inside. Oh, we're not going to be going too short today, but worked out in the end. Jack Clark takes the uncontested mark.
Giles didn't panic under pressure. He waited and he had a look. He's got asked him to switch the ball if he wants. He's going to go a bit more direct.
Gets it in long. In the direction of Will Fletcher, and it just bounces out over the boundary line. Asking for a free click, that keep there, Will. He's good ambitious. They'll throw it in, looks like Jared Cameron's going to contest the ruck. Certainly not what we signed him up for, but let's see what he's got. Contests it well, good tackle. Fletcher wins a footy, got another clearance, gets it out to Crichton. Big don't argue. Good contest from Jack Austin going back with a flight. And over the shoulder, Jared Cameron earns a free kick. Great effort there from Jack Austin to create that contest, going back with a flight.
Had an impressive last 4 or 5 minutes, Austin, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Courageous player, as I said, in the middle of the ground, 3 or 4 backup bits of play.
He's a classic one there, talking about Brett McAvoy earlier. Jack Austin's coming up on his 100th senior game at only 22 years old.
Yeah.
Probably played about 85 of them as a key forward. And had a change of role last year, mid-season, onto the wing, and turned into just a magic wingman. He's a very tough matchup. He is the GPS king at the club, and Cameron kicks that one through for a goal.
So great goal for Jared Cameron. It puts the Magpies second through for the afternoon. It will be Sherwood Magpies 2-2-14 leading Mount Gravatt 1 straight 6. We've played just under nearly 25-minute mark of the first term, 24 and a half, just approaching 25 minutes of the first term in the 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season here at Pollyanna Oval between the Sherwood Magpies and the Mount Gravatt Vultures.
Good to get that one away early for Jared, get one on the board. And again, talking back to Jack Austin, as I said, he's big, tall wingman, very difficult to match up on. And even when he was playing half forward, he was always number 1 on our GPS charts for distance and high-speed running. And then when he moved onto the wing, he just went further ahead.
Back in the middle, Magpies get the tap out.
Good pick up from Ashcroft.
Yeah, nice clearance. Inside forward 50, they slip at the crucial moment. Here's a chance for the Magpies once again. Nice handball. Cameron has a look for 2 in a row. Spinning around, but out wide and over the line and out of bounds on the full.
Austin again there with clean hands, feeding Cameron. The sun is well and truly out here, so hopefully the game's really going to dry up. The grain, they're probably wishful thinking, but this ground does drain very well.
Certainly had your challenges over the years with the floods, but it's certainly looking a picture.
Ashcroft again out the back, feeds it in. Giles with a kick in danger, and that play on. Switches across to Press. Press looks to go long. Shortens it up. Parnell pushing it back and paid.
So the Vultures, the Vultures will take it. They'll switch it out wide. Out towards Sutton. Sutton looking for some options. They're all calling for a long kick down the line. Magpies are getting numbers across. Plays on, indecisive. Hurries the kick, and it's going to be a turnover. So good pressure, so a nice mark to Collison. Collison. Can they get a late goal? Oh!
Austin again, good hands, into Fletcher. Cameron again. Gives it, someone have a shot, boys. Onto Giles. And off the side of the boot, through for another behind.
Austin certainly having an influence, bringing other players in and around him into the game. Very clean in trying conditions, and that's what this does, doesn't it, Andrew? Players with great skills certainly come to the fore in wet weather footy.
Absolutely. Combination of clean hands and being willing to put your head over it really holds you in good stead in these conditions. We've certainly got 3 or 4 midfielders that would fit that bill. One of them winning one right now, young Tom Fry. Fletcher coming across, looking for the lead. He'll drive it in long. Another one off the instep. Kicking's difficult in these conditions. Good pick up. Ooh, looks like high tackle. Austin again. And ball up. Just as I've said how Austin's going so well on the wing, he's gone forward and had about 6 disposals.
Well, that's the versatility that he's got. As you said, 22-year-old, already up to around 100 games of footy, so...
I found a free kick here for something. Looks like it's going to Jono Giles. Oh, no, that turns it around. I think he might have just put his arm up the wrong way. I think it was always a Gravatt free kick.
Durant finds a teammate out in the outer half-back. He's calling for players to move up the ground. Looking for Lachlan James. He flies for the mark, but a great defence again, once again, by the Magpies. Putting their body in front, the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. 28-minute mark, first term. On the NR Oval, 2-3-15, the Magpies. Leading Mount Gravatt 1 straight 6. Magpies looking for a big game in their opening game of the season. Tap forward. Getting to the contest first. Again, putting the head over the ball and winning possession. Nice handball out. Here are the Magpies looking to link. Dancing around. It's Glass. Goes backwards to go forwards. Keeping their feet. Now they'll kick down the line. Pack setting themselves. No one can mark. A big fist over the top by the defence of Mount Gravatt again, but it's going to be the Magpies as they go forward. Can they take a mark? One bite, but a punch over the top. Good defensive play there by the skipper, Austin Brent, for the Vultures.
Looks like they're going to throw it in, and Magpies again going with an unusual ruck combination. Gilesy will go for the wrestle. Looks like Josh James contesting the ruck, also a midfielder, so both teams opting to leave their tools in the middle of the ground. Great tap there from Giles, straight to Fletcher, wrapped up, ball spills out, no, staying in the contest, and they'll ball it up. Looks like some heavy attention on Fletcher there, which is natural. Great pick up there from Udding, ball spills out. It's a slog in the middle there, but the Vultures chain a handball out to the wing, good contest. Fry goes back with a flight, keeps his feet. Good work by Tommy Fry, gets it in forward, hits Giles. Great kick, but tough conditions to mark above your head.
Yeah, strong punch there by Josh
Gilda
James.
leaves it behind.
Here's a chance over the top. Get your running speeds on, leading into the race for the ball.
Oh, Jet Clark shows great speed to work his way back.
He doesn't panic.
Doesn't panic, and hits Gilder on the inside. He switches across to Luke Mitchell, who's got Meekin all on his own. He can turn and go if he wants to. He does. Wheels onto that trusty left and kicks it in long, looking for Fletcher, and it just skids off the side of his boot and out of bounds on the full.
Cameron just saying to the boys just to settle it down a little bit.
Just gone 30 minutes, only 3 goals kicked, but lots of stoppages, so I expect some long quarters today.
The Vultures will bring it back into play. Can they find a late goal? Puck setting themselves, bounces over the top. Going to the rest of the ball is Simeon Korf, who's had a good first term, the big number 10. He's got a real presence about him. Umpire to throw the ball into play. TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season. It's going to fall in short. But the Vultures get the front. Handle over the top was Finlay. Now they go forward. Good body work by the defence. And a good mark there to Gilder. He switches across. Good play. Finds Fry's had a good first term. He'll then kick it on there looking for Prest. Can he pick the ball up? He does. Good skills below his feet. Now then a fumble. Goes back inboard. But again, backed up again once again by Fry. The Deputy Vice Captain squips the ball across to find Glass, his fellow deputy. And the siren sounds for quarter time. It went 31 minutes, nearly 32 minutes, and the quarter time scores at the Sherwood Magpies at Pollyanna Oval. It's Sherwood Magpies 2-3-15, leading Mount Gravatt 1-6. We'll grab yourself a drink and have a short break, and we'll be back for the second term after this.
Siren's about to go again.
When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the Personal Injury Lawyers.
Can you find a way to turn off the siren? Just so we can use it over here. Is there a way to do it? I couldn't find it the other day. Yeah, right. It just goes when I hit start. It was all right at the end of the quarter, so it's not too bad if it goes at start because it's not a big deal. Just because the timekeeper is controlling it, like that's how we planned it. And then, and I'm sitting up in the commentary box, so he's doing the timekeeping and the siren. But when I start the quarter to count it up, it goes a second time. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Just because he's pressing them. I might just tell him not to press the manual one at the start of the quarter. Yeah. Yeah. Start his clock. Yeah, I'll tell it. Yeah. Beauty. Thanks, mate. See ya. Yeah, see ya. Pos, just to complicate it a bit more.
No, don't complicate it any more than ever.
Oh, when I noticed, did you hear the siren went a second time at the start of the quarter?
Sorry.
Did you notice the siren blew it after you blew it at the start of the quarter? Did you notice that? Ah. When I hit start, I can't have it. There's nothing I can do. It'll still go. So when they put their arm up and I'll hit the start button, you just start your clock when you hear the siren instead of blowing the siren. You can blow it at the end, just not start.
So you want to start?
Oh, you blow the siren except for the start of quarters, yeah.
So you start?
Yeah. Sorry, mate.
No, that's not acceptable. Not acceptable.
But yeah, for some reason.
We'll live and we'll learn. Mate.
Yeah. Got to find a way to like manually turn it off.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, eventually we'll just use this, but yeah, I didn't want to make you do it first go.
Thank you.
No worries, mate.
I was watching their coach talk about it the other day. That was a good shout out you gave him too.
Has he always been at Central?
Yeah, this year, yeah, he's looking last year.
I knew he'd down there, but I didn't. He said he'd only played at Central.
Yeah.
Central, yeah. Getting some feedback. Tyler Hayes. No, just on me. So you got to want some more play-by-play. By the time I've worked out which matches that, I don't know how you do it. I'm scanning who it is, and then I'm like, oh, the ball's 15 minutes up. Yeah. That was me, wasn't it?
Umpire to throw the ball up here. Up they go.
Now it's going to go again.
Tap over the top. Handball forward. Make
I'll
kick.
just wait.
Can't take the ball. Here's a chance. It's going side forward 50 for the Vultures. Second quarter action. It's the Magpies 2-3-15 leading Gravatt 1 straight 6 in the second quarter of the 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season.
Just ignore that.
We push back and the Magpies will get the ball. Kick forward. No one can take the mark. Magpies trying to drive legs. A handball over the top. Umpire says it's too slow. Free kick to the Vultures. They've been strong in this first quarter. So they're moving into the second quarter, so they're impressive. It'll be Josh James. The left footer. Nice kick. Nicely weighted. He finds Caden Corboy. The lead's on up forward. Can't take, nor is it. They're going to drive it long. He kicks high. Front position. Oh, good work there by Corfy. Couldn't take the mark. Play on. Handball over the top. Kicked away there. I think that might have been Mitchell. Bouncing forward over the top. Numbers are going to suit, but can't pick the ball. Cameron swoops on the ball. Tries to dance around. A solid tackle. He's happy to take the tackle. Umpire's caught it. Free kick there to the Vultures. So Gordon handballs over to Smart, who drives it forward. Big fist. The pack fly. Numbers at the ball, but a solid tackle in defence by the Magpies. And the ball will be rushed over the line and through for one behind. I'm Jack Barry. I'm joined in the commentary box by the president of Sherwood Magpies, Andrew Thompson. And Andrew, a good start to the Magpies, but both teams pretty evenly matched at this stage.
Yeah, it's been sloppy conditions, but the Vultures had a good early start, and then the Pies got some good ground position early in for the back half of the second quarter, and put a little bit of scoreboard pressure on.
Who were some of the Magpies that caught your eye in the first term?
Look, Jack Austin really got involved in the second half of that first term and got the Magpies, got him into the lead with some good work through the middle of the ground, and then when he pushed forward, just had multiple touches, and right through the middle of the ground, we had Tommy Fry running around on the wing. Got both our wingmen, Tommy Fry and Tristan Meakin, were pushing it inside 50 on a regular basis.
Kick forward. Handball over the top. Couldn't quite meet its target. It's going to be taken away there by Ashcroft. He's been busy today. Kicks the ball. Nice kick into space, but didn't have enough on it. Just over the top of the dangerous Meakin, who's also had a good first term. Nice solid tackle. Can they get clear the ball?
Ashcroft again.
He's been busy. That's a lovely kick, Ashcroft. He measured. He picked the player out.
Thompson looks in deep. Fletcher on him, one out, and wins it. Great body work.
Great work by Fletcher. Just waited for contact. Easy him out of the way as the experience has. And then a nice chest mark. And he'll line up for his second for the afternoon.
Stuff nightmares are made of for a defender. One out, top of the goal square against Will Fletcher, and a perfect kick. Gave him no chance.
So the Magpies looking for their third for the afternoon. Goals are a premium today, no question about it. And the skipper, 5-time best and fairest, leans back too much.
Straight off the side of the boot.
And just misses off for a point. So all the basics need to be done right today in these heavy conditions. Like the look of Corf for the Vultures. The James boys have also been pretty prominent. As has skipper Austin Brent. But the kicking goes to the dangerous Cameron.
Tried to measure the kick, just looking for options, and just that heavy ball left it short, and Cameron read the cues early and got into position. Typically he'd be well within his range with this heavy ball. He showed some good set shot goal kicking in the practice matches against Aspley. He settled himself, has a good routine.
Cameron for goal number 3 for the Magpies. He squares it towards the front of the square. Punch over the top. Solid tackle. The umpire will ball it up right into the just outside the goal mouth. The Pollyanna Oval. Sherwood. Up they go. Good work there by the Vultures. Handball over the top. And coach Hamish Mitchell will be happy with the first term by the Vultures. Much improved. Worked really hard. Nice kick. Deep in defence. Big kick down the line. Looking for Corvey over the top. Fletcher stays down, feeds the ball back. Nice kick inboard towards centre half forward. Too much on it. It's chopped off there. They'll go in short. We've got to be careful today. Here's a chance now. Harrison kicks out wide. Looking for Costa. He's got a paddock in front of him if he wants. No, I'll just hold it up. He wants to lower his eyes. He wants to find someone. In the meantime, Magpies midfield running down in defence. We go in short. It's a nice way to kick it. Couldn't take the mark though. A snap around to the corner. Rolling towards the forward 50. But through for one behind. So the Vultures get their first point for the afternoon. 1-1-7. Trailing by 10 points against the Sherwood Magpies. 2-5-17. We played 5.5 minutes. Second term.
Thompson's worked up the ground here, given Mitchell a solid option, but just as we're seeing a lot today with that slippery ball, just skews off the side of the butte, and kicking needs to be perfect to give blokes a chance to mark in these conditions.
Xavier Knight coming on along with the dangerous Jack Austin for Sherwood Maggies.
Harris takes a ruck, good tackle. Ball spills out. Gravatt brought to ground by Crichton. Good pick up and wrapped him up.
Nice forward pressure there by Milton for the Vultures.
It's like Corfey and Harris going at it again. Oh, and what's he found?
It's going to be a free kick to Corfey. He'll have to kick it from outside 50, I think. Or right on the line anyway.
So far we've seen today the kicking range is probably a commentator's curse just outside his range.
Big left-footed drives
he
it
has given
long.
it an almighty roost, and commentator's curse strikes
Oh,
again.
what a goal by Simon Corf. He's kicked his first for the afternoon. He's been a prominent player, and he's certainly given him someone to look for, a bit of strength in and around the contest. He's contested everything forward. That was a thumping kick with a heavy ball, and he's put it through. So Mount Gravatt 2-1-13, trailing Sherwood Magpies 2-5-17. Show my age there. 7-minute mark of the second term. And this is our TPIL Lawyers QAFL live stream action on the AFL Queensland YouTube channel. So you'll see a lot of all our games live streamed this year. Of course, earlier in the day we saw Sherwood 16-11, 170 in the Colts. Too good for Mount Gravatt with just the one behind. In the reserves, it was Sherwood by 10 points. 5-8-38 leading, defeated Mount Gravatt 4-4-28. Ball back in the middle. Umpire said there was a Shepherd, so it'll be Corfey once again. He'll drive the ball, so we know he's got a bit of a kick on him. Bit of mud over the midfield. He feeds the ball back. He's under pressure. A big high kick forward. Oh, a big fly. Couldn't take the mark there by the brilliant Austin. Handball forward, driving legs, solid tackle. And the umpire will throw it up.
Trademark fly there from Jack Austin. Took mark of the year against Mount Gravatt on debut as a 17-year-old many years ago. Much better contest there from Harris against Corfey. Ball spills out. Looks like we're going to have another ball up here. And the hyphen comes in for a ball up. Corfey and Harris contesting again. Good strength there from Harris. Gets it out the back. James throws his head back. Great tackle from McCarthy.
Crichton looking for the free kick. It was just checked off the ball there. Umpire to throw the ball up. Good body work by the Maggies. Just trying to get that ball forward.
Ideal conditions here for McCarthy. Gets the handball out. Oh, Giles takes his head off, has his head taken off, and they had paid the free kick. Very close to being reversed there. Boys need to calm themselves down there. Gone inside, Mitchell gets the hands, finds Stone, wrapped up straight away. Harris wrapped up early. A little bit of biffo, stay out of it.
Yeah, they need to push back in defence. That's what they need to do now because there's going to be a free kick
Harris
to the
will play on
Magpies.
quickly. That should break the biffo up. Oh, terrible handball there inboard. Mitchell finds a bit of space, breaks the lines, clears the game out. Oh, it's absolutely into the sop in the middle. Stone goes wide to Gilder. Gilder gives a hands to Fry. He's got Udding on his own in the pocket, and they pay a downfield free kick. They're just getting a little bit aggressive, and I've seen pretty ordinary dive there. Utting on the edge of his range with the heavy ball here. Oh, and another dive.
A bit going on in back play. Game's in the balance, so you've got to concentrate on winning the footy. A bit of showmanship. It's about entertainment as well. There's a good crowd here this afternoon. Big kick into the goal square. Packs themselves. Big fist over the top. Danger. Panic stations in defence for the Vultures. They're going to wrap it up. Just sitting just outside there is Crichton. He's just going to be picked up now. Tap over the top. Oh, is that on?
Very fortunate not to be paid hold the ball. Looks like he dragged that one in. They have been very generous on that today, though, given the conditions.
Tap forward. Holding the ball in. We'll be careful dragging the ball in and around there. 17 plays 13.
A lot of numbers around the footy here. Magpies setting up a wall. Good clean tap. Ball goes to ground. Opportunity
Clever.
and very clever. Didn't see quite who that was. I think it was young Riley Utting, ex-Jim Boomba lad. Can't quite see. It might have been Ollie Cruz.
I'll have a look for you. I think, yeah, running out was at the
12, Ollie Cruz.
shoulder strapping. So, more importantly, the Magpies make something out of nothing. It was dangerous down there. And he kicks his first for the afternoon. Moves back into the midfield. And that's a good goal. Yeah, number 12?
Yeah, I think it was 12.
Yep, Ollie Cruz kicks his first for the afternoon. And more importantly, it's the Magpies' third. 3-5-23, leading Mount Gravatt 2-1-13. We played 12-minute mark of the second quarter in the TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season. A tap over the top. Cruz is there once again, falls to ground. Vultures looking to answer back straight away. They've been brave.
Coffey and Thompson contesting the ruck. Bit of a ruck change for the Magpies. Rotating guys through the big fella. Cruz gets the hands and wrapped up immediately, and we'll have another ball up.
Silver service by Thompson then. Throw up.
Thompson gets up,
Yep.
gets a beautiful, and on the left foot from Fry. Goes in deep. Fletcher, what a pick up. Oh, and then a little fumble. Can't quite see who that was. Looks like Angus Parnell on debut. On the left foot, fantastic dual side. Very big advantage being dual sided in conditions like this today. And Parnell just pops one through. Reward for effort.
Great work by Parnell, and the forwards ran forward as well, so they had two spare in the goal square, so just had to knock that ball forward, but Parnell swooped on that and kicked his first for the afternoon. So our goal kickers for today so far, Will Fletcher's kicked one, Ollie Cruz, who's seen already, has kicked one, Jared Cameron kicked one, and also now Angus Parnell kicks his first. And for the Vultures, it's Simon Coffey, he's kicked one, and so has, we think it's Gabe Robbie, number 37. I'm not sure we picked up who that was.
No, it's not online either, so.
Yep, so we just need to find out. But number 37 for the Vultures has kicked his first, so apologies. I'll try and get the listing of who that is, but it's not written in the team sheet.
Coffey having a break here, so it gives the Magpies another opportunity to get on top in the midfield, because he's been the dominant player. Good pick up there by Knight. Comes in, good contest there from Thompson. Hands out, playing a bit of dry weather football, the Magpies, and holding the ball.
Thompson's had a good 4 or 5 minutes, hasn't he, in the ruck? Influencing the contest. Kick down the line, over the top. Numbers suit the Magpies again. Nice handball out. He holds his with Thompson again. Now they go inside forward 50. Good weight. Just moves him over the back. Just moved him under the ball there, Fletcher. But the ball on these wet conditions just skidded over the line and out of bounds. 4-5-29. Sherwood Magpies are leading Mount Gravatt 2-1-13. 14 and a half, nearly 15-minute mark of the second term.
Jack Austin to contest the ruck here with Josh James, ex-teammates. Both at Sherwood and Cumbervale, I believe.
Nice throw in, tap forward.
Fletcher wins a footy and wrapped up immediately. We'll have another ball up.
Well, we've got a lot of past players here today. There's a nice build and crowd you got there underneath your the members here.
We've got two events today. 50-year Premiership reunion for the 1975 side. First of 8 in a row for that Premiership side. So they're busy with 50-year reunions for the next 8 years. As the Vultures push forward. And the Magpies are wrapped up, and he's going to play holding the ball here.
Well, that's Benny Costa. It's a solid tackle by Costa. Good second and third efforts. So Costa will get a chance to drive the Vultures deep in defence.
Looks like the Vultures have got numbers in forward goal side. If he gets it in deep, there'll be a very good chance to score.
He's looking for Finlay. Magpies have front position. Just punch the ball forward and they're just going to try and drive the ball out. Costa's already there again at the foot of the ball. Falls to ground though.
Just didn't quite get his kick deep enough there. The Magpies had all the front and centre players, and the Vultures quite rightly had pushed over the back, trying to get that ball skid through. And the ball, the inside 50 just didn't get deep enough.
Fletcher and Thompson coming up for a spell for the Magpies. Coming on is Giles. Solid tackle once again. Umpire throws the ball up. Wrestling, kick forward, but it's going to be all Magpies. Oh, can he take the marker? Bounces off the top. The pressure comes from the forwards. Nice little left foot kick. Did he find his target? Out of bounds on the full, so they'll reset the Vultures. They're looking for their third for the afternoon. Goals are premium today. So he's done a slight big angle here, so will he centre the ball or will he have a shot for goal?
It is a tough pocket to kick from, that one.
He's coming in. Already kicked one for the afternoon. He sets the ball up high, but it's through for one behind. Is it?
Out on the full.
Out on the full. They didn't make anything.
The body language said it all.
So the Magpies through Mitchell. He'll switch. Finds Gilder.
Magpies need to get numbers on this side of the ground if they're going to switch across. Gilder comes long. Good contest by Isaac McCarthy. Gets it inside 50. Corfy one out. Probably should have been a free kick to Corfy for the front on contact. Gilder breaks the line. Gets it long down the line. Parnell's coming underneath the footy. Giles, he contests it. Magpies have got one out front if they can get forward. Yes, Udding got it. He's in the clear. Good Shepherd. Parnell through. Kicks it inside 50. Looking for Austin. Just gets over his head. Austin will wheel on. Ooh, tackle without the footy. Play on called. Great one-hand pick up there from Cameron. And drops a chest mark in the goal square. Tough conditions. Cameron overruns it. Falls through Udding's hands. Giles, top of the goal square, spills out. Oh, in the back. Oh, Pate holding the ball. Jack Austin.
Desperation by the Mount Gravatt defence. They're trailing by 16. They kick it out wide.
Mount Gravatt with the numbers. Ball just skids over the line. Probably a good outcome for the Magpies there with a 2-on-3. Corfy's still off the ground. Looks like Harris taking the ruck. Against Finlay. Gets front position. Cruz wins the footy at the front. Gets the hands. Good intercept by Josh James. Wheels onto his on-preferred right foot. Takes him on. Zach Collison. Have they paid holding the ball? Yes, they have paid holding the ball. Thompson stands the mark. He'd want to get it in quick here. The Magpies are getting their numbers back.
Gordon, left footer.
Good score from Crichton.
Yeah, big strong punch over the top there by James Crichton. See the ball go over the line and out of bounds. So, Magpies.
Harris and Finlay taking the ruck again.
Coming on is Caden Poorboy. He moves on to the dangerous Fletcher. Just out of camera there. Good solid play. Handball low down. Doesn't quite hit his target, but a solid play there by Glass. Having a good afternoon.
Great pick up by Mitchell. Gets it clear. Ashcroft in space. Bounces up. The ground definitely has dried out in the sun. Keeps it in front of him and just eludes him and over the boundary line.
Been impressive, Luke Mitchell. Tell us a little bit about him. He's been around.
Out of zone umpire has suggested.
Was he playing it deliberate, was he? Or?
Yeah, well, the umpire, controlling umpire, wasn't going to pay it. The other guy signalled to him to pay it, and he took his advice.
Rudnam Windows and Doors are our sponsors for the umpires for 2025, once again. We're always looking to recruit more umpires into the game. Maybe those retired players or those who've done a bit of umpiring. We're in the umpiring department at the AFL. Nice little short kick. They'll go down the line. Magpies get the numbers there, over the top. I was going to take a clear mark today. Again, a solid play over the top. A nice little handball there towards Knight. Magpies will clear inside forward 50. Trying to hold front position was Giles. He couldn't take it though. Cameron's there, solid tackle. Pressure. Umpires quick to call the ball up there. Magpies have been dangerous here. They kicked the last 2 goals in and around these sort of stoppages. Up they go. Tap forward.
Great tap from Thompson.
Yeah.
Ooh, nearly a clean pick up from Glass and wrapped up. Ooh, not sure what he's found there. He's just paid maybe a sling tackler in the back, but it was a good clean pick up from Cameron. He was racked up quickly. Certainly from my vantage point, couldn't see what was paid, but he's then just gone onto his right boot and snapped one around the corner as a modern player does, but he's finished off some good work there.
That's Jared Cameron's second for the afternoon, and certainly proving a difference up forward now. As I said, goals are premium today. He's looked dangerous and then made that look very easy. 5-5-35 Sherwood Magpies leading Mount Gravatt 2-1-13. Played 22 minutes of the second term. The rain's holding off now, and to the credit of the ground, it's certainly holding up really well.
It's really only the centre circle that's going to need a bit of remediation work in the coming weeks. Luckily, we're away from home next week.
Throw up, tap forward.
Good tackle from Fletcher there, and he's paid holding the ball.
Yep.
It's an empty forward line if Fletcher can get it in quickly. He's looked for the Austin on the wing. He's used some good body work, takes a mark, wheels onto his left, looking for Cameron in the far pocket. Here he comes, Cameron. Just loses his footing. Want to keep your feet in these conditions. Gravatt clear it down the wing. Got a one-on-one contest with Preston, his opponent. Magpies get numbers to the footy. Great tackle by Gravatt, wraps him up. Very important tackle. It was a 3-on-1 and he's neutralised it. Fantastic tackle by the Gravatt player there.
Umpire throws the ball up. Tub over to the side. Getting to the fall of wall was Clare. Quick kick away, but it's going to suit the Maggies.
Looks like Meakin's got it on the wing.
We're impressed with Meakin today. He certainly had his fair share of the ball. The left footer goes towards centre forward. Punch forward. Getting to the fall of the ball again was Harrison, but he's wrapped up. Tackling's been pretty good today from both teams.
Harrison, Finlay contesting the ruck. Just drops to their feet. Fletcher picks it up and wrapped up immediately. Harrison, Finlay again. A lot of numbers around the ball. It's going to be hard to clear this one. Couple of kicks. Oh, clean bowls, Luke Mitchell. Onto Meakin. Wheels around to his left. Hits Giles. Giles plays on quickly. Looking for Cameron in the pocket. Just slips over. Ball falls short of him. And it slips over the boundary for a throw in. Conditions are improving every minute that we play now. Looks like we've got Giles contesting the ruck. Oh, that throw's a bit skew-if. They might call that one back, I think. Yep. Wet footy affecting everyone today. So Magpies can just sneak one forward quickly. They've got 2 men forward of the footy. Gravatt with numbers at the stoppage. Ball comes out. Good hands from Cooper Stone, the young fella. Good tackle from Crichton, and it'll be another ball up.
Around the grounds, Andrew, it's Maroochydore 7-4-46, leading Asprey 1-4-10. And other game is Wilston Grange 3-5-23, leading Noosa 3-4-22. So nice and tight there. Magpies over the top. They're going to go forward 50. Can they? Fletcher gets tagged high. Umpire says play on. Good forward pressure. Magpies have lifted a gear. A kick forward. Cameron's got the front spot, but it's couldn't take the mark was Austin. He gets up and butters up. Look, he dries hands, feeds the ball back. Here's a chance now for Knight. He just quickly lowers his eyes. He doesn't blaze away, Tomo. He just lowers his eyes and finds a dangerous skipper in Will Fletcher.
Very easy for Knight there. Found himself on his left 20 metres out. Easy to just wheel around and have a shot, but saw his skipper in the pocket and made a good decision. He'll want to put this one through. He won't be happy with his last set shot.
The Magpie champ looking for his second. And does he just push it across? He just does. Just offside, so it's 5-6-36 Sherwood. Now Gravatt, 2-1-13, you've just stalled a bit. And Cameron's in the front spot again. Punched over the top there was Corboy. And they'll throw the ball up.
Now Corfy's back. This should give him a lift. Harris comes in. Oh, good contest from Harris. Gets a clean tap. A little bit of a fumble there from Fry. Ball still in play. Good tackle from the Gravatt player there. And we'll have a ball up just metres in from the boundary. Ruckman, we've got to be careful here.
Harris was just smart enough to just ease him under the ball.
Just using his height. In close. Oh, and just...
Says he'll throw it up. 27-minute mark and a half, 27.5-minute mark, second term. TPIL Lawyers, QAFL action here.
Fletcher
Round
getting
one.
A lot of attention off the ball here. And Fry's coming and giving his skipper some support. Good intercept there from Collison. Kicks it long. Just rushes the ball through. Good pick up by the Gravatt player. Throws on his left. Fletcher 1-on-3. Fry comes in to help. Great pick up by the Gravatt player. Gets caught on the wrong foot. Fletcher picks up and tackled immediately, and they'll ball it up.
Yeah, good tackle there by Josh James, and good work by Michael Gordon below his knees. Nice pick up. But it's tough to get your kicks today. You got to earn them. And you want to earn them in front of the old boys from 75 that are sitting there watching feedback. Kick round the corner was Ashcroft. He's been busy. Bounces over the top. The dangerous Knight.
He's paid Knight's just been tackled without the footy there, both high and without the footy. So
he's hemmed right in the pocket here, but
he is a left footer. It's a good pocket for a left footer.
Oh, they'd run laps around here with the footy and just have pings at this.
This is 100% where the boys gather to have a ping, particularly the young fellas, but senior boys not immune to having a ping from the pocket in front of the store instead. He's leant back on it, just hit the post.
Oof. So another behind to Sherwood Magpies, 5-7-37. Gravatt 2-1-13. 29-minute mark, second term. The lead. And it's a nice mark. It's a good mark there by Elijah Sutton.
Conditions have improved.
Yep. Sutton takes a nice mark. He pushes back. He kicks down the line. Nice big fist away there by Gilder. Forward. Here's a chance for the Vultures.
Vultures have got numbers in front of the footy here.
A kick forward. There's a race for it.
Oh, Jet Clark, he's got plenty of pace. He's burnt past his opponent there. We'll have to keep it in.
Oh. Did he disguise that well enough? Yep. He done well.
The hyphen will get you if you don't disguise it.
Ball will go.
I feel like every time I come to watch a game of footy, young Angus is umpiring. He must be the keenest umpire going around. Does a great job.
Angus Mott Howe, we call him the hyphen. Well, that's what we're calling him this year. Throwing the ball in. 30-minute mark, second term. Vultures looking for a late goal. Tap over the top. Magpies have the numbers. They
Giles
feed up.
Steps back inside.
Doesn't
Takes them on. Clark breaks a line. Oh.
So they get a late surge in there by Patterson.
Just one extra handball there, unnecessary, the Magpies. Conditions have dried out, but not to that degree.
Oh, looks for a lead, short lead, bounces over the top. Tackle without the footy, handball over. Giles, he doesn't panic, just feeds the ball back. Pressure, Pressure brought to there by Milton. Umpire ties it up late in the second term. Approaching 31 minutes. Vultures just looking for one. Nice tap over. Beautiful.
Absolute silver service.
Silver service. There's a nice mark in defence over the top by Coffey. Tries to do the laser kick. Now they'll launch. Inside forward 50. The big men fly. Right on the siren was Isaac McCarthy, the great McCarthy's taken the mark. So at half-time here at Pollyanna Oval, we have the Sherwood Magpies 5-7-37, leading Mount Gravatt 2-1-13. It's been a great first half. Both teams have shown plenty, but the Magpies just look like they really steadied that particular quarter. My co-anchor today is Andrew Tomo. Tomo, just your thoughts from the Magpies' perspective, that first half?
Yeah, look, I think they'll be, given the conditions, they'll be pretty happy with that. They're a little bit slow out of the blocks, but they've controlled field position largely for most of the game. Difficult to break free from stoppage, but when they have got those repeat injuries, they eventually have put some scoreboard pressure. Set shot goal kicking's probably let them down a little bit, but generally speaking, have controlled play through the middle of the ground. Mount Gravatt on the rebound, though, have been very, very dangerous, and if it wasn't for the speed of Jet Clark there, who's neutralised many a one-on-one contest running back with the footy, the Vultures might have been able to take advantage of some of those quick rebounds they've managed to get through.
So Coach Brett McAvoy, he'll take his Magpies in there and have a good chat to them, and also Hamish Mitchell will look at the positives from Mount Gravatt's act. We'll be back after this short break at half-time here. As I said, Sherwood Magpies 5-7-37, leading Mount Gravatt 2-1-13. Look forward to catching you up after half-time break.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. Kicking goals for Queenslanders since 1983. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
just didn't have that driving rain in the reserves game. We probably would have got through if they were right.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't started the game going.
Well, I would have postponed, but I don't agree to any game. They would have just found a reason not to take a decision. And I looked at the calendar, I couldn't see where we played either, other than rep weekend. And then that's what said no, maybe at least one other.
You guys ready? I forgot to say before. One of the lawn boys down.
Well, welcome back to the third quarter action for the 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season. I'm Jack Barry. I'm joined in the commentary box with Andrew Thompson, and we see the Sherwood Magpies leading at half time, 5-7-37, leading Mount Gravatt 2-2-14. Both been into the rooms. Coach Brett McAvoy having a chat to his team. I think he's pretty happy with how they probably would have gone that late in that quarter. They had plenty of opportunities to score, 5-7-37. But we saw Hamish Mitchell, who was also probably happy with their going, how the Mount Gravatt Vultures are going. So we're just having a couple of little technical issues. We're nearly ready with time, not quite ready. So I'm joined by Andrew Thompson in the commentary box. He's just getting a few little technical issues as we get that fixed for him. And umpire holds the ball up for the third quarter action. Up they go. A wrestle at the top of the bounce, trying to get a kick around the mud and slush. And umpire says you didn't quite get rid of the ball. So the Magpies will lead out of the centre through the skipper in Fletcher. He lowers his eyes, finds a good play there by the ruckman as he just drifted forward, and they found a nice little kick inside forward 50, and the Magpies are going to have a shot on goal early on. That might be Xavier Knight. He's been a busy little forward this afternoon, and he's going to have a shot for goal. So Knight coming in to kick the Magpies sixth, the left footer. Just sits it up there, but it's going to be cut off by James in defence for the Vultures. James will go short across the ground. Just Vultures trying to change the angles. Now it's a thumping kick out of defence. Oh, solid mark there by, I reckon that's Jack Austin. Austin goes forward, Pack set themselves, can't take the mark, ball spills free. Trying to clear the ball out. Umpire says dropping the ball. And it'll be a free kick.
Jared Cameron just wrapped him up there. Not a whole lot of prior, but pretty hot on that one, but the Magpies will take it. Put a bit of pressure on there. Cameron got front and square, gathered the footy, popped out, and then the second effort, and he was rewarded.
So Cameron has 2. This is for goal number 3. And the Magpies 6. Comes in on the right foot. Just pushes it to the left. Through for one behind. So the Vultures are bringing the ball back in. A lead being made there by Rolls. It'll go the other side of the ground. Short, but it's a 50-50 contest. Magpies numbers to the ball. Handball out the back. Clever play. Racing after the ball is Parnell. Tackle without the ball there was James. Kick forward. Handball over the top. Big solid hit. Play on's a call. Dancing around. Centers the ball. It looks like that was Meakin. Handball out the back. Again, another kick. Here's a chance. A kick around the corner. This time through Ashcroft.
Oh.
So he tackled without the ball, Cameron. Through for one behind, Andrew.
And looking just for the kick down the pocket. Cameron tracking it, gets hands on it. Tackle without the footy. Crichton plays it on and just slides it across the face.
Been busy, Cameron, hasn't he? Dangerous player.
He does read the cues of the fullback well when they're kicking out. That's the second or third time he's intercepted those kick-outs.
Yep, good call.
Reading the cue and having elite pace, probably a good combination. Good. Oh, Pater pushing the back against press there. Just using his body, just got to disguise it a little bit better. He's got Corfy down the line, one out, and he's turned it back inside. Good hands by Crichton. Goes back to Gilder. Gilder loose Mitchell. Mitchell's left his opponent and kicks it out on the full.
Magpies are holding good width. They're not all rushing to the ball or to the contest, are they? They're just holding good width getting the ball. And they've been able to feed off each other.
Just as these conditions improve, the down-the-line option might not be so common. But the Magpies have set up well across the ground.
Cody Harrison, been busy today. Picks the ball up, big contest. Costa, clever, kicks forward, front position again there for the Magpies is Gilder. Big solid tackle, the defence has been strong today, and they'll ball it up inside their forward 50.
Looks like Corfy and Harris will resume battles. Oh no, Corfy's playing forward. Glass contests a footy. Dives on it, and it'll be another ball up. In the drier part of the ground now, so the ball should be a little bit cleaner. Finley and Harrison contesting the ruck. Harrison gets a nice clean touch. Ooh, head high tackle there, and Crichton will take the free kick. Been busy, Jimmy. Had not a lot of height down the line. Elects to switch across. Magpies got numbers on the far side. Takes it on, Glass. Big body, Austin slammed down in the tackle and free kick paid.
I like Austin's game today. He's been in everything.
He's got the option across the ground. Looks for Gilder, finds him. Just a little fumble there, but steps around the man and hits Thompson with a good pass. Thompson will be looking to get it in early. He's got Fletcher one out deep. Can't quite get it there. Cameron sets himself forward to the ball, gets in perfect position, snaps around the body, and finishes his work. Read the play beautifully there, Cameron. Originally was going to contest the mark, turned his body, got front and square, and an absolute champagne front and square goal there from Cameron.
Class act, as you said, that's a great summary there, Tomo. Just a nice little effortlessly just kicks that ball across his body and slots it through. As I said, he's been the most effective forward. There's no question about it. He's kicked his 3 for the afternoon already. And Sherwood moving out to a 6 goals, I think 6. We've got 6-8-44 leading the Mount Gravatt Vultures 2-2-14. So again, the Magpies being able to switch the ball around and haven't been just going down the line. They open up the play, they change the angles, and that stretches the defence. They're getting numbers to the ball, and as I said before, holding width, and then finishing off the good play. Back in the middle. Rucks contest, nice tap out, getting on top now. Handball over the top. They're out again through the likes of Fry. Fry kicks the ball inside forward 50. James has got his hands on it, punches it over the top, looking there for Fletcher. The ball goes over the lines and out of bounds.
Harris really taking over in the ruck now. Corfy was very good early, but that was another clear tap straight into the breadbasket for Giles, who fed it out to Fry and got inside 50 off the good work of Harris. Harris has set himself up behind the ball now while Bailey Thompson's going to contest the ruck. Throw in coming in. Thompson takes front position. Good work by the Mount Gravatt ruckman there. And we'll have another ball up. Oh no, they've paid a free kick, sorry. Fletcher manning the mark. Looks across goal. Takes a mark in the goal square. Wheels around. Needs to go back in board. Takes a man on. Great tackle. And Thompson's got him holding the ball.
Well, Coach McAvoy will be happy with the forward pressure by the Magpies there. What was Thompson, was it?
Yeah, Bailey Thompson came across. I mean, the Mount Gravatt bloke wheeled onto his right and had absolutely nothing on down the line. Had to turn back inside, had no choice. and just couldn't quite break that tackle of Thompson.
What's Thompson's background? I've liked his game today.
Yeah, so Bailey actually came across from Kedron last year. He'd been playing over at Kedron for a couple of years, but he is originally a Ballarat boy. Played a lot of footy down in the Ballarat region. And another one just slid across the line, across the face of goal. The Magpies will rue their set shot kicking so far.
Looks like he's a competitor. He was really influential in the ruck there for a small period last quarter. Over the top, Cameron can't take the mark. Big solid run through. Good forward, good defensive pressure there by the Vultures. Much improved effort this season. Just haven't quite hit the scoreboard as much as probably Coach Mitchell would like.
Looks like Crichton might have hurt himself here. Runners going out to him. Big pickup by Giles. Cooper Stone kicks inside 50.
Oh,
Dangerous place. And Utting and two Magpies have had a major collision. One is down for the count, and Utting is in a bit of pain. Magpies got one deep on his own, and they find him as totally unnecessary there, and the 50 will be paid.
so Margaret get the much needed goal that they're looking for, but behind the play there's a goal there. We think that's, we still haven't found out who that is, but that's his second for the afternoon. We're thinking it's Gabe Robbie, number 37, but more importantly, we're just getting the check out of the two players. And
one, he looks like he's in Disneyland. I think it might be Tom Fry.
And Tomo, running a football club, you've got to be across everything, and you've got a pretty good, strong medical team. You have a club doctor,
Yeah, we're
you have
pretty
like
lucky
physio,
here.
You've got a really good setup.
We've got Dr. Greg Thompson, who has been here for 20 plus years as a volunteer GP. His sons, Matt and Andrew, came through. And then we've also been fortunate enough to have Lindsay Trigar, a very well-known physio, as they escort both Tom and Riley off the ground. And I would be guessing we will not see either of those boys again today, looking at the way they are stumbling off the field.
So, in good hands, which is the main thing, so that's good to know. That
Didn't quite see what happened there.
I think they're just both, I saw it, they're both just really committed to the football. Ball squared up into the middle of the ground. They both went. We see Doc Thompson coming over now after to check the players' well-being. A bit of blood coming from the ear of one of the players. So they'll be well looked after, of course, in good hands. So the ball back in the middle. Good goal there to Mount Gravatt.
Another one from Harris. He's just been giving Jonathan Giles silver service there.
Just getting there top in the clearances. 6-9-45, leading Mount Gravatt 3-2-20. They're going short, but we may see that the Magpies are down two players for the rest of the afternoon. A square up in the middle of the ground, finds Clare.
Possibly three here with Crichton also carrying something. He was just limping off before that incident.
So it's going to be a war of attrition.
Great
Big
tackle.
solid tackle. And again, just is able to show a duty of care when he makes that tackle. Was Tristan Meakin.
Harris and James ready to contest the ruck. Sherwood have two free behind the stoppage here. Should be able to get good clean stoppage. Kick off the ground by Magpies. Cameron runs over the footy. Big fend off from 18. Corfy takes a chest mark, wheels around, takes him on. Austin picks up a loose ball, gives it to Gilda, finds the left footer in Meakin. Spears a pass to Glass. Glass picks up well. Handball on the ground. Giles contests the footy. Magpies want to lock it up here. Giles gives it back to Stone. Stone tries to feed back to Gilda. Vultures just trying to work the ball forward here. Giles picks it up. Just got to get on the boot here. And Mitchell drives it forward.
Mitchell doesn't have any trouble finding it on the boot. Nice kick of the ball. Fletcher, handball over the top. Umpires blowing the whistle. And there's a free kick, so play-on's a call through the middle of the ground. Can't find a teammate, just lands at the bottom of his feet. Not panicking, good play, handball over the top. They've got the width. They've got Meakin out wide if they need him. Now we'll get the ball,
Someone
but he's under
straight
pressure.
off the bench there.
Yeah.
Magpies didn't know he was there.
Yeah, good work there by Liddington. Good timing.
Giles feeds back to Stone. Stone gets it out to Meakin. Meakin on the left foot. Bit of a high tackle there. Play on. Gets it forward. James takes on Knight. Oh, and he's played a high tackle.
So both teams showing it's gone up a notch. Both teams are showing a lot of commitment. James will get the ball a centre half back. Bit of a height difference there. Just went a little high, goes in short. He's found Smart. Smart for the Vultures. He's looking for Caulfield up forward. He drives it high. Up they go, big fist over the top. Well roved, kick forward again there by Gordon, bouncing. James making a bit of space, trying to keep the ball alive. Tackle without the footy, Plowns a call. Mitchell's been solid. Look at him work his way through. Gets his foot on the ball and it's back towards the forward 50. Over the top there, couldn't take the ball. Here's a chance. Magpies looking dangerous.
Thompson looks for it. He's got Fletcher out wide on his own. Can give it to Knight. Looks for the loose man on his own, and it's Elijah Glass who plays on quickly, looks for Xavier Knight and finds him in the pocket about 5 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
So the Magpies didn't blaze away there, did they? They just lowered their eyes to look for the best option, worked the ball around the forward 50.
Did well in the conditions. There's 3 blokes found themselves an opportunity to blaze away and then found the guy close to goal who is looking to finish, and they've improved their goal kicking with that one. Knight finishes from a relatively tight angle but close in to goal.
So Knight been busy today. He's just rewarded his first for the afternoon. And we see that the Magpies now moving out to their 7th goal for the afternoon. 7-9 at 51, leading Mount Gravatt 3-2-20. We saw that the Magpies have got maybe 2 or 3 players potentially in a bit of strife, just getting him looked after.
Looks like Crichton's made his way back onto the ground, so he's fine, but the 2 boys with the head collision have disappeared in the rooms. And
Just looks like we've got Collison, and we've also got Giles on the interchange for the Magpies. Back in the middle. Magpies have been right on top in the centre clearances, and probably since midway through the second term. When Thompson went in there, he sort of started to get back on top, and then but cleared away.
The big fella Caulfield probably can't ruck one out for a whole game, and when he went out of the ruck, it changed the game, and now he's been sitting forward ever since. Cameron gets out the back here, uses his pace. He's got Thompson coming and just slides over the line there. Harris coming over to contest the ruck with Finlay. Magpies have got 3 spare around the ball here. Gravatt starting to pick him up. Meekin's still free there. Takes it out of the ruck. Harris absolutely having a whale of a game. Thompson finds room. Slides off the side of the boot into the wettest part of the ground. Crichton one-on-one. Pushes him off the footy. Gives the hands. Taken as he gathered it. Mitchell pushes forward. Attacks the footy. Gives the hands back to Crichton. Little fumble. Taken. And they'll ball it up. Good tackle, good solid tackle from the 2 Gravatt players there. Thompson taking the ruck. Gravatt haven't nominated. Oh, yep, no, one's in there. Loose ball, picked up by Glass, hands out. Shot on goal, just falls into the near side.
We go around the grounds, Andrew. It's Maroochydore 59, 9-5, 59 leading Aspley 2-7-19. And we've got Wilston Grange 4-8-30 trailing Noosa 4-8-32.
Noosa just sliding back in front there. Looks like a close game.
So the Vultures go down the line. That was Austin couldn't take the mark. Spills over the back. A quick soccer off the ground. Here's a chance now for Caulfield.
Gravatt got one out the back on his own in the goal spare if they can get it to him.
He dances around. They're going to have to move it quickly. Here's their chance now.
Still there. Gilda's made his way back.
Can he take the mark? It might have too much on it.
And Ryan Gilda's just come back and neutralised. He's got an option in the pocket if he moves on quickly. He's found Meekin, who's got 2 spare on the wing if he can get it around the corner. Cruz picks it up. He's got time. Drives it long. Finds Knight. Takes the mark. He's got Parnell on the pocket, or he's got Fletcher one out. Ball comes in long, and Magpies player comes across and helps, and Fletcher gets the hands, and Cameron will come in and finish for his 4th goal.
Well, great. That was end-to-end football, and it was beautiful skills by the Magpies. Meakin, beautiful kick by Meakin, and who else we saw that kicked the ball then? It was
Ollie Cruz got it off.
Ollie
Meakin.
Cruz, yeah, Ollie Cruz and Meakin does a nice delivery in there, and again,
He forced the Magpies guy to come across and help his teammate one out with Fletcher, which left Crichton free over the back and created the free man, and Cameron came through the middle and benefited from the free man Crichton getting out the back, and after his man left him to pick up Fletcher.
arguably maybe the play of the day. That was a really good play. Looked like there at Gravatt was a big chance to score, but good defensive pressure, and then they went from coast to coast. So the Magpies have got their 8 for the day, and of course Jared Cameron has 4 of them. 8-10-58, leading Magpies 3-20, a 38-point lead, and they've been dominating out of the centre. Coffey gone back into the middle. But it's
Thompson
been
in there for Harris.
Thompson, both the competitors.
Holding his jumper there.
Yeah, I think you'll get Magpies free out of the middle too. He's going to play.
Glass plays on.
Yep, no, going to get behind the mark there, Glass.
Looks for Austin. Oh, great hit.
Wow. Champagne delivery there out of the centre.
Well within his range in normal conditions. Right on the edge today, I would say, for Jack Austin.
A little bit of wet footing as well.
Yeah.
He's certainly been a valuable player today. Austin launches.
No trouble with the distance, and just smacks into the post there.
What's the 11th behind through for the day? So the Vultures will bring the ball back into play. They'll use their full distance. Bounces over the top there as Isaac McCarthy just falls out of reach, so he couldn't grab that possession, so the umpire will throw it in. We see Thompson moving over towards the ruck against Coffey. Both strong competitors.
Sherwood setting up well behind the stoppage there. Got another free man, Giles. Just being picked up now.
Costa looking to try and get onto the ground for the Vultures, but the ball's on the other side of the ground. He's been a dangerous forward. Handball over the top. Again,
great pick up by Luke Mitchell.
He's had a good game, Mitchell.
Mopping up the loose balls down back there.
Good below his feet.
Strong tackle by Will Fletcher, and they'll ball it up.
Just some of the basic fundamentals have been pretty good today for the Magpies. They've obviously worked hard on that area. It just makes a big difference in wet conditions, doesn't it? Good below your feet.
Yeah, he's experienced player, Luke Mitchell, one of the few blokes 30 plus, played his 150th game last year, and his experience is really paying off today.
Magpies going to throw the ball up.
Clearly the wettest part of the ground here. Every time the ball goes in there, it gets stuck for a good 3 or 4 repeat stoppages.
Yeah, you look over this side of the ground, that looks pretty good. Kick away. Out on the full, so the Magpies will relaunch.
Just try and get it on the fat side of the ground here, if they can. Prest is all alone at the top of the 50, but very risky kick. Looks, Cameron turns his body. Good pick up by Fletcher, breaks free, gives the hands. Great pick up, Will Fletcher, and finished off beautifully by Xavier Knight.
So Knight gets his second. Again, Fletcher maybe not hitting the scoreboard as much, but he's certainly bringing other players into the game, and they're doing the finishing off. So Xavier Knight kicks his second.
Just strength through the core there, Fletcher. Just had 2 men hanging off him, drove his legs, managed to get his arms free, and Knight running straight past, runs into an open goal to finish off the good work.
So Sherwood Magpies 9-11-65, moving out to a 45-point lead. Magpies 3-2-20 here at Pollyanna Oval. This beautiful Brisbane day. We had lots of rain early on, but as I said, it's ground is holding up quite well. And we're at the opening round of the 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season. I'm Jack Barry. I'm joined in the commentary box by the president of the Magpies, Andrew Thompson. And we've got a big day here today. It's been a good turn up for the crowd, despite the conditions. Here's a chance for the Magpies. They're teaming off. I like the game of Ryan Gilder today. If he kicks the ball long inside forward 50, the Magpies get another look. Handball over the top. The busy Knight.
Good work there from Ollie Cruz. Just kicks it inside 50 into the hot spot. Good pick up by Parnell. Gets the boot to ball just to keep it on the... Fletcher running across, trying to gather the footy. Throws his arms up looking for a free kick and the ball just spills out.
We've got a Vulture player down. I'm not sure if it's cramp or a knee or a cork.
Several Magpies down with cramp as well. Tristan Meakin here rubbing the calves. Jared Cameron on the bench here getting some treatment. Definitely 2 down for the balance of the game, so the boys will need to be digging in.
So Vulture's looking to make an interchange.
Austin contests the ruck. Good pick up by Glass. He's been clean today, Elijah Glass. Just slips onto the left foot, might come through and just picked up by the Magpies defender on the line as it looked like it might trickle over the line after taking a right turn.
Onto the ground. For the Vultures comes Josh Smart. As we see Josh Ferris coming off with some sort of knee or ankle injury, maybe cramp. He's in the hands of the trainers. The ball's kicked forward. Pack set themselves.
Great
big,
fist there.
fast over top. He's been good. This is Gilder again, is it?
Very old-fashioned defender there, Ryan Gilder. He's just played wet weather footy today. Just come straight over the top with the big fist several times today. Usually intercept marking his strength, but he's adjusted his game for the conditions and belted it over the boundary many a time.
The late Danny Frawley will be happy with his golden fist today. Handball over the punch over the top. No one got clear. Nice little handball. Giles kicks around the corner. Magpies got front spot. Trying to keep it alive. Under pressure. He'll get rid of the ball. I think he's
runs him
caught.
down from behind.
Oh, haven't called play on for that, have they? You've got 2 eager. No, the ball will go back to Fletcher.
Yep.
And then he'll have a shot on goal. He's missed a couple today, but certainly, as I said, he's brought plenty of other players into the ground, into the game, especially up forward.
Yeah, it's just been his set shots that let him down. Everything else he's done down forward's been dangerous. Harris went back into the ruck there and paid immediate dividends with another clearance.
So Fletcher.
Just leaves it near side.
Ball goes through for a behind. 9-13-67 Magpies now. Well in control of this game at the moment. Sherwood 3-2-20. Sorry, Mount Gravatt 3-2-20. So the Vultures will bring the ball back into play. They would like to get another goal this quarter.
In the direction of Gilder and just gets outbodied this time.
Warwick.
Good strong mark by Warwick. Comes down the line. Gives away a lot of weight there, Jet Clark, but fights his battle well. Caulfield second effort, gets it, tries to knock it forward. Good pick up by Magpies. Knock forward again, Gilder out the back. He's got space, run down, gets the hands. Collison picks up a loose ball. Knocked out, Gilder again. Looks for Meakin on the outside, who's been waiting on the wing there. Finds Ollie Cruz. It's a 1-on-3 here for Xavier Knight. Neutralises, wins a footy. Fantastic effort there from Xavier Knight in a 1-on-3. Nearly actually broke free from the congestion.
I think he's going to be a little fan favourite.
Usually runs around with bleached hair, Xavier Knight, so doesn't mind the attention. Oh, another clear tap there from Harris. Good pick up from Cruz, tackle without the footy, and the umpire's seen it.
Like the work of Ethan Harris today in the ruck.
Gravatt, they've just got Jack James just sitting in the hole there. Just a kick away from the play. Parnell on his own, but I think he's a little bit out of range. He'll set himself straight on Jack James's head. Great pick up by Will Fletcher. Fends off. Oh, champagne football. Looks for Jack Austin.
And just doesn't panic with the ball. He stands. You spoke about it earlier in the day. Just stands up strong in the tackle, fends off, and then just makes really good decisions. And this time for Jack Austin, he got a chance to put his first through for the afternoon.
Fletcher just coming to the boundary for a rest. Knight looks like he's going to interchange for him. He was only on the ground 3 seconds ago, so short break. Oh no, it's Cameron. and Austin finishes.
So Jack Austin kicks his first for the afternoon. If we have a look at the other goal kickers, Jared Cameron has 4, Xavier Knight has 2, then 1 each to Jack Austin, who just kicked his first one, then Will Fletcher, Oliver Cruz and Angus Parnell. So it's Sherwood Magpies 10-13-73 in the opening round this season, leading Mount Gravatt 3-20. We've got the 75 Premiership reunion here today at the Magpies. We've got a big crowd underneath the balcony and a lot of old stories happening, and I think the young team today is showing a bit of promise. Our umpires again today, Miles McLennan, Mitchell Blashak and Angus Mott Howe as they throw the ball up. Thanks to Bradnam Windows and Doors.
Harris to Giles again. That's been a common combination today.
Been right on top.
Harris actually won the medal in the corresponding game last year, and he's well on his way again today.
Well, it's a beautiful kick then, and it's a nice mark to Thompson. Another impressive player today, Bailey Thompson. He's worked hard, gives him a focal point, but not predictable. There's lots of forward players as he comes back, kicks into the mouth of the square. Oh, ho, ho. A big fly.
Kicked off the ground by Cooper Stone.
Umpire's coming in to check it. You do the slow-mo replays, do you, Tomo?
No.
You do everything else.
I think the scoreboard's got the capability, but I certainly don't. Bit of a debate between Hyphen and the goal umpire. I think the goal umpire thinks it's a goal, and that looks like all clear.
So you're giving that one to Cooper Stone?
No, it looks like Jared Cameron is claiming it, as he might do with 4 already, but he's got the one finger up, taking the high fives.
So 5 to Jared Cameron. What a debut game here from Jared. It's the 11th goal for the Magpies. 11-13-79, Mount Gravatt 3-2-20, and the Magpies well on top, and it's all started out of the middle of the ground, and the silver services we've been speaking all day from Ethan Harris, and they've just been dining out the midfield players, especially Giles, out of a heavy centre square.
Running the same path again, Giles. They've gone for the variation forward, and one by Josh James, who's kicked it inside 50. Darcy Press picks up, loose ball, tackled strongly, and they'll ball it up. Other player looks to be suffering from a little bit of cramp. The round one, general soreness. Harris wins the hit out, goes to ground, McCarthy picks it up and wrapped up in another tackle, and they'll ball it up. Oh no, it's Cruz. Harris again gets good body work from Finley. Rare win in the ruck from Mount Gravatt, and tackled over the line. And they'll throw it in. Looks like Harris and Finley will contest the ruck. Magpies got the numbers back. Mount Gravatt setting up on one side of the ground for the quick exit, so if the Magpies bring a clubhouse side, they'll be off to the races. Short throw in, taken by Fletcher. Looks like he might have felt like he was clipped high there. Harris and Finley again. Harris wins a hit out. Giles again. Gets the hands. Falls out. Second effort wraps up the tackle, and we'll have another ball up.
Really come into the game in the second half, Giles, and he's been solid all day, but really stepped it up.
Particularly around the clearances to get the ball forward, being crucial in these conditions. Harris wins another clear hit out. This one to Glass. Onto Giles. And it's three-quarter time.
So three-quarter time, it's the Sherwood Magpies, 11-13-79, leading Mount Gravatt 3-2-20 in the 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season. Go for yourself a cuppa or a coldie, and we'll catch up with you in the last quern.
comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the Personal Injury Lawyers.
I'll go and do it. I'll just turn them on now. Yep.
Hey, Jack. Hello, mate. Good to see you.
How's Tommy? Have you seen Tommy and Riley at all? No. Hey, Paulie. What's that? It will be at the end. Tonight? Yeah. I've got 2 spare seats. Like a bunch of work people. Haven't got a medal, but need to get the cup for the end of the game. It's in the trophy cabinet. Yeah. No, 8 seats. There's 2. I just find if there's a random medal lying around, just give it that to them. I've got the score wrong again. Sorry? 8:15. So 11:15. Just yeah, and yeah. Did Paulie talk to you? Just need to get the Pelly Salvage Cup. It's on the trophy shelf in there. I'm going to go pick up the Oh, righto. He can do it.
Well, welcome back to the final quarter here between the Sherwood Magpies and Mount Gravatt Vultures. It's the Magpies leading 11-15-81. Mount Gravatt 3-2-20 on Jack Barry. I'm joining the commentary box with Andrew Thompson. And we had a big contingent of the former players from the 75 grand final premiership side at the three-quarter huddle. But
I pressed it, it just didn't work.
the final quarter, up they go.
Yeah.
Tap forward. Fletcher at the bottom of the pack. Ball will be thrown up.
There we go. Slow internet.
I'm about to throw it back up
I
again.
pressed it ages ago.
Tap forward. Handball over the top. Vultures want to finish strong if they can. But it's all Magpies. Cleared away there by Crichton. Inside forward 50. Cameron has been dangerous. Kick 5. They go in short through the middle of the ground. Good build up by the Vultures. Play on. He's walked straight into traffic. He's turned the footy over. The dangerous Fletcher. Doesn't panic. Handball's up there towards Glass. But they'll try and tie the ball up and throw the ball up, Andrew.
A few technical issues there with the new scoreboard. Looks like Harris in the ruck against Finlay. Harris taking control in the second half. Gets a clean tap, but sharked by Mount Gravatt. Harris out the back, kicks up the loose ball. Out to Knight. Parnell is a dual-sided player, so he'll be on the left. And hits Giles beautifully. There's the advantage of kicking off both feet for the young players.
Didn't panic under pressure, just stepped and weaved. Got his footing correctly. Shuffled his feet and then just nailed the kick. And the dangerous Giles will have a shot for goal about 15 metres out directly in front. Giles leans back and puts it through. It's a 12th for the afternoon for the Magpies, so Jonathan Giles kicks his first. And the Magpies 12-15-87.
Just getting on top there, and Harris this time actually with his ground level work as well. It's just an all-round game from Ethan Harris again today. Won the hit out, got sharked, handballed out from Mount Gravatt, and he picked up the loose ball and got it forward.
I liked some of your smaller players today, Knight and Parnell and Fry, Meakin on the wing. They've done well, haven't they?
Yeah, the conditions as they've dried out, their speed and their
Foot skills.
Foot skills, clean but not below the knees. Fry, unfortunately, probably not playing any further role.
No.
Blood coming from the ear.
But
That third, what a great pick up there from Glass. Finds Cruz, gets it inside 50 and hits Gilesy again on the lead. Just as the conditions have dried out, it's allowed Magpies to just get on top a little bit with their skills, foot skills in particular, and Glass coming through there, picking up that loose ball one-handed, feeding it out to Ollie Cruz, who then laced out Giles, who's now having a set shot at goal.
he was in cruise control.
Slides across the face.
Final quarter action of the 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season. The Vultures are going short, deep inside their defensive 50. In the
Got an
pocket
option
there,
across the ground.
just shoot it over the top there to Corboy. Corboy will go back across now. Back to where they started, probably hemmed in there now. Thompson on the mark. Finds a lead.
Looks like Sutton.
Right in front of the new scoreboard. Short. 2 bites. Good mark. A little bit of tramp there as well. Vultures would look to finish, try and win this quarter. Big thumping kick down the line. Bounces over the top. Mitchell has had a good game today. Feeds the ball back. They'll square it up through the middle of the ground. Looks for Fletcher. Sitting on top of him. Now they'll kick forward over the top. Here's a chance for the Vultures to run into an open goal.
Got some pace. Gilder tries to get him down, but finish it off. They have had the opportunity to get us out the back a few times today, and that's the second time they've managed to slip forward and take advantage running into an open goal.
It was Noah Milton kicking his first for the afternoon, and Mount Gravatt's fourth. And he's obviously carrying some sort of cramp issue or up forward, but he had enough time and space to steady and just dribble it through. So it's the Magpies 88 leading Mount Gravatt 26. Ball go back to the middle of the ground. Umpires McLennan, Blashak and Mott Howe done a great job today, thanks to Bradnam Windows and Doors. Of course, you're watching the TPIL Lawyers QAFL live stream on the AFL Queensland YouTube channel. The lights come on. Umpire throws the ball back up. Tap forward again. Been great in the ruck today. Has Harris. Trying to drive their legs out of that muddy situation.
Harris again.
He's like a midfielder. And of course Cameron. Maybe leading the, potentially leading the goal kicker by the end of today's round. Kick forward. It's kick 5. The Ray Houston medal.
Fantastic tackle there from Ollie Cruz and well rewarded. That's his one wood, Ollie Cruz. So Crichton has been battling that calf, just coming off again.
Yeah. Are you happy with your depth this year?
Yeah, very happy. Certainly I believe the selection meeting went for quite some time during the week, which is always a good sign.
Lobs the ball up into the mouth of the goal squib. Trying to jump on the ball straight away, but the tackle pressure's there. Giles around the corner.
Just misses the near side. Good hands there from Parnell, making a good contest.
The Coolboy brings the ball back in. Meakin's got the sit. It's a nice mark there to Warwick. Warwick kicks it forward, but it's all Magpies. And it's a strong mark there by Prest. Prest looking inboard.
Mount Gravatt set up down the line. Kick away, he's going to leave it short. That makes the right decision. Mitchell in the hole.
Mitchell's got a lot of purchase on his kicks. He uses it. Oh, the big fly.
By Bailey Thompson. Crushes the pack.
Splits the pack, doesn't he?
Thompson should now contest the ruck. Cooper Stone and Tristan Meakin sitting behind the footy here on their own. Good strong tackle from Thompson and they'll ball it up again. Mount Gravatt now got numbers to the footy. Thompson gets a clear tap, shark by Mount Gravatt.
Oh.
And Mount Gravatt player has his head taken off and rightfully gets a free kick.
That's Fletcher Clare. Favours the outer wing. He kicks to a 3-on-1. Austin over the top of the handball.
Jack Clark turns him inside out, gives it to Stone, over to Austin. Just tries to spot up the player in the pocket there, but well intercepted by Mount Gravatt. Good contest by Xavier Knight. Tackles him without the footy and will be punished for it. A little bit of push and shove. Lights are on. Goes inside short. Just the 15. Looking for the wing. Meakin's putting pressure on. He'll look for the boundary here. Meakin picks it up, wins the footy, gets his arms free, and a strong tackle by Matt.
There's a bit happening now. No need for this late in the game.
Umpire throws it in quickly, gets the game going. Good umpiring. Coffey wins it. Good tackle by Cooper Stone. Takes him to ground. Good umpiring there. Get the ball back in. Get the boys back focused on the footy.
Nothing to see here. Bit of a head knock there. So number 14, Cody Harrison, the junkyard dog. putting his head over it today. Up
Harris
they go.
again pushes him off, wins the tap. Has his head taken off. Umpire blindsided. Good battle from Gilder. Great tackle from Gilder after loose ball. And he's found a ball up. Boys have not been given the ball directly back to the umpire today. I don't think he's too happy with it.
Throwing the ball up.
Harris again, clear tap in the direction of Glass, but won by Collison. Wrapped up by Finlay.
Run the ball up again.
Finlay takes it out of the ruck, gives the hands, Glass finds it, picks up the footy, gives the hands back to Giles. Giles quick hands, back to himself, finds Austin on his own in the centre. Gilder steps back inside, finds nothing. Out to the wing to Jet Clark, who's shown a clean pair of heels today. Very, very worked on his speed over the off-season. It's really shown today. Looks for Meakin inside, wheels onto his left. Finds Connor Ashcroft, takes a clean mark. He's got Xavier Knight on. He's got Cameron one out in the goal square. Fletcher comes across. Fletcher at the back. Look for the handball. Fends him off. Got time. Brings it over his shoulder. Across the face of goal. Xavier Knight contested the ball. Bit of a size difference there. Mitchell keeps his feet using experience. He's got a good left foot. Swings it around. Glass has a shot. Misses near side, leaves it short. And a little push after it's out, and he's going to pay it. Cameron will line up for his sixth. Magpies boys don't need to come and get it reversed.
So Cameron has 5. He's looking for 6. The Vultures have been working hard in defence today.
So he's lining up for a check side, or is he going to drop punt?
Check
on the
side
check side.
is.
Across the face of goal out on the full. Don't think that heavy ball's going to turn in the air too much today.
No. So it'll be out of bounds on the full, so a kick in. We've got Cody Harrison through the middle of the ground if they want him. They'll go shorter than that. Or do a handball in defence. Now they go to Harrison. He'll have to go. Nice hands. Worked hard today. They'll feed it back. The pressure from the Magpies, though, is going to cause turnovers. Good pick up off the ground. Steps inside. Well done. Now can he find a target? Well, the only one he's found is Meakin on the wing. Good
Just
mark.
rushed the kick there.
Yeah. Meakin off one step. Looking for his forwards. They're looking dangerous. Handball out. Good forward pressure. Coach McAvoy will be happy with that. Still late in the game. They're still working hard. Handball over the top. They're launching again, the Magpies. Big kick. I tell you what, just off line, one behind.
Got some good purchase on that Ashcroft.
12-18. 30 scoring shots. 90 plays, 26. It's been impressive, the Magpies, for the first game of the year. Some of the connection from backs to mids to forwards.
Left it short, put him under pressure. He's got around it, and he's just stepped over the boundary line. Disguised it well.
Certainly got on top around the stoppages, haven't they? The Magpies today.
He's been enormous, Harris. He's got a new opponent again.
This time it's the skipper in Brent.
Shark by Gravatt. Into Josh James. Shuffles it forward. Goes to ground. Wrapped up in the tackle, and we'll have yet another stoppage.
Throwing it up. Tap forward. Fletcher keeping the ball alive. Kick forward. Play on the call.
Austin hasn't gone the required distance.
No, Claire takes the ball for the Vultures. Off we go once again. Harris again. Big solid tackle. Umpire says, is it high? And it'll be another forward 50 entry for the Magpies. Fletcher brings his teammates into it, has done all day. Kick inside forward 50. Oh, lovely.
Flat side kick and great take. Parnell went to ground early. Let's let it land in his lap.
Yep, that was Gilder once again. Had an impressive game. He's been solid, but his foot skills again have been pretty good. He's found a few inside 50s today. He's further up the ground.
Yeah, he's had the fists of fury down back, and when he's found the ball through the middle, he's generally spotted up a target. Parnell, well within range here. Just sneaking a little bit more of the angle from under the umpire's nose, and just sneaks it through. Well done, Parnell. 2 goals on debut.
Well, hasn't taken a backward step either, young Parnell. He's kicked his second for the afternoon, as you just mentioned. So 13, 18, 96. Well on top of Mount Gravatt now, 4-2, 26. As the clock ticks away here at Oleana Oval.
Just that bit of play highlighted the difference there with Mitchell's won a similar ball down back many a time today, but just lowers his eyes, uses experience and finds a target. Mount Gravatt bloke, beautiful turn of speed, turned his opponents inside out, but then blazed away with a kick and just turned it over.
Yeah, would have been easy just to blaze that ball up into the right of the mouth of the goal square, but he didn't. He kicked, as you said, to the fat side, and a nice one for Parnell to run onto and take a good mark. Back in the middle, Thompson in the ruck now. Can't get his hands on the ball. Fed back.
Good pick up by Stone.
Yeah, and they're out
Hand
again.
Out to Austin.
And there's that kick, that nice kick and lead.
Elijah Glass got it. Looks for Giles on the lead, chest marked. Good football.
This is good football. This is good football. Coach McAvoy very impressed with this. A well-drilled team. They're just capitalising now. I'm sure
slightly dry conditions, and you're seeing the benefits.
Coach Mitchell won't like this, how they've just dropped off this last quarter and a half. Coming in now. And it's a goal. So that was
Jonathan Giles, his second.
Jonathan Giles, second for the afternoon. And running away with it now, no question about it. 14, 18, 102. Mount Gravatt 4-2, 26. 17.5 minute mark approaching of the final quarter of the 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL in season 121 of State League football here in Queensland.
Tommy Fry's up and about on the bench, but got some tissues in his ears, so definitely obviously still some bleeding.
Yep.
Good to see him up and about though.
Yep. Back in the middle. The
Great
big fist
contest by Thompson.
Oh, beautifully weighted handball. Drive legs. Kick to space. Oh, just had too much on it. And James was clever enough to jump in the middle of the hole and just get a hand to it. All went over the line and out of bounds.
Big voice there from Fletcher for Ollie. Ollie Cruz drove his legs, ran his full measure. Looked for the leading forward, but good play by Jack James, just sneaking into the hole.
Umpire throws it in. A little punch over the top there by Brent. Solid running towards the goals, but tackled.
Jimmy Crichton there, just sneaking forward. Wrapped up in the tackle, clean hands. Giles in the ruck, kicked out on off the ground. Giles on his left. They've paid the mark. Jack James.
You've got some flexibility with your midfield. You've got some players who can just go forward and become a target and kick goals. You've obviously had Giles and Fletcher today have been able to do that role, as well as spend time through the midfield. Big fist over the top. I've liked this game. I keep mentioning it, but again, just your old-fashioned defender, Ryan Gilder.
Looks like he's sneaking forward as well. Bit of flexibility there with the 2 men off the ground. Thompson in the ruck. Cruz out the back. Stone looks short for Gilder. Just overcooked it a little bit. Parnell again on the right. Giles contesting. Good mark by the Magpies player in the back pocket there.
Yeah, core boy. Lovely mark. Gutsy.
Going back with a flow. Little fumble. Gilder. Second effort there from Magpies. Good pick up by Glass. Picked it up off his shoelaces. Tackled as he kicked it. Ball in the goal square, and looks like Gilder will get the goal.
He said, you said it, you picked it early. He said he was sneaking down. That tops off a bloody good day for him.
Another defender that loves a goal.
Ryan Gilder, number 10, might be amongst the votes at the end of the day. Certainly done well. Has he gone forward, or did he run all the way down from defence?
That looks like he's staying there.
Yeah.
Just looking down in the back line though, it is all the traditional backmen down there, so it looks like it's just a rotation with 2 men off the ground.
Yes. 15-18, 108 to the Sherwood Magpies, leading Mount Gravatt 4-26. Been an impressive day in front of the 1975 Premiership team. A healthy crowd considering the conditions. But we're back for 2025. Beautiful tap out again by Harris. Dominated the ruck probably since quarter time. Here's a chance now that Magpies are just streaming down from defence. Beautifully weighted kick into the play. They're playing on quickly. Here's a chance now for Crichton as he squares the ball up. Couldn't take the mark. Swinging around, kicking it high. Is it swinging around? Through for one behind Giles, who's been a lively addition up forward as well. So
beautiful kick there from Crichton into Parnell. The slippery ball just got through the mitts, but the way he just played on immediately, drew the defenders to the pocket and then kicked it back around his body into the beautiful kick. Shows the experience.
Coach McAvoy can throw these magnets around. So he was having a bit of a look for down the track. A squeaky little kick forward, trying to skim it through. Through for a behind. 15-19, 109 now. 21-minute mark, approaching the 22-minute mark. Nice kick. Couldn't take the mark there. Was Harrison for the Vultures. Ball goes over the line and out of bounds.
All 4 quarters have gone over 30 minutes today, so probably about 10 minutes to go. Sorry, all 3 quarters so far. Looks like Harris back in the ruck against Corfy. He's had his measure since quarter time. Meekin in the corridor on his own if he can get it over the back. Takes it out of the ruck himself. Little fumble. Corfy wins it. Pick up by Ollie Cruz. Tackled strongly. Out the back to Jack Austin. Rushes a kick forward. Good contest there. Ashcroft went back with a flight. Little pick up by Glass. He's been clean below his knees today. Off to Cruz. To Stone. Stone finds Meekin on the wing. He's got Clark running past. Looks like he's suffering a bit of cramp in the left leg. Probably wants someone to run past for the handball. Goes a short kick to Clark.
Next week you'll see the return of the number 1 caller in Kane Browning to the QAFL. Just off with a bit of a slight bug today, so looking forward to having him back on board next week. I'll try to throw the ball back in. Cameron back on.
Looks like Josh Dame will contest the ruck with Ethan Harris. Typically a midfielder. Cameron's come in, wrapped him up, pulled the ball into him.
Harris in the ruck. Taps it.
Another
Nice.
clean tap out the back.
Yeah. Meekin.
Just held without it there, but these conditions, you let those ones go for sure.
Yep. Ooh. Cody Harrison coming out with a cramp. A hard and tough day. Worked hard for the Vultures.
Looks like Josh James just won the tap there. Got forward
Good
by
work.
from Gravatt.
Yep. Harrison, good work.
Austin's cutting across. Good shepherding there from Collison. Austin gives it back to him. one little 1-2, finds Stone in the back, that true centre half back. He's got options all over the ground here, goes straight up the corridor to Xavier Knight and finds him with a beautiful kick in amongst 4 Vultures. Wheels around, gives it to Luke Mitchell, quick hands to Jack Clark, got a bit of pace, finds Connor Ashcroft, and he'll look to finish. Kicks it to the fat side to his skipper, who just fumbles a mark. He's looking for a free man, finds him. Oh, it's Gilder, but there's just a fingertip to it to clear it up. Ashcroft with clean hands, pick up below his knees, and just slams it into the post on his left.
There was great work there by Will Fletcher. He just done the work early, got rid of his opponent. Unfortunately, couldn't take the mark, but then just missed his kick. So I think that's 15-20, 110 now, 4-26. The Vultures will go in short.
Just misses the kick.
Looking for James.
Harris again picks up the ground ball, looks inside, turns him inside out, kicks it straight up the corridor. Giles tries to take the mark. Sharked by Jack James. Gravatt clear it from true centre half back. They've got a loose man here.
One over the back.
They've got another one over the back. They're off to the races again. The third time today they've had one loose out the back.
Harrison.
Presses working his way back. He's thrown the hands over the 3-on-1 for the Magpies. They should be able to neutralise. Collison gets a footy, gives it into Jack Clark, handball to Luke Mitchell. He's been making the right decision all day and does so again. Finds Jack Austin. He's got options on the wing, short and long. Looks for Xavier Knight, who read the flight of the ball beautifully. He's gone long to Gilder, 1-on-2. Picked up by Jack James, read the ball well. Knight versus Josh James. Just drops a footy. Good tackle, James. He's picked the footy up. Ollie Cruz comes through, clean below his knees. Little on left foot dinky kick, dropped by Gravatt. And just the rush kick forward finds Luke Mitchell.
Mitchell had a good day. Goes in short down the line.
Just finds Gilder on the wing there. Stone's just run ahead of him to give him the option. If he can get it there, he's got Meakin on his own at the top of the 50. Finds him.
What a kick.
Great vision. Jet Clark loves a goal. He'll finish this. And the commentator's curse gets him.
Oh, that was a good build-up again. Started with Mitchell out on the outer wing. They brought the ball back through the middle of the ground. Opened it up Mount Gravatt, but they just couldn't quite finish off. 15-21, 111. Mount Gravatt 4-2-26. They'll bring the ball in. They'll favour the outer wing. It's a nice mark there to the Vultures. Looks like it's smart.
If they can get it out the back here, they've got 2 inside 50 on their own again. Magpies pushing back now. If they can win clean possession. And he's just built the mark. Before he had it, kicks off the ground, and I wouldn't say he got lucky with it because he knew what he wanted to do there with 2 out the back on his own. Just needed to get it forward. Happened to land in his lap, but...
Well, he's been a bit of a focal point, number 37 all day. He's lining up for goal number 3.
I think it's Gabe Robbie. He's only non-emergency without a number.
That's right. We're thinking it's him. So I
think this will be his 3rd if he kicks it.
Correct. Comes in. A bit of drizzly rain coming over the top again, but he's kicked it. So 3 goals to him for the day. And he puts through the Vultures 5-2-32. Trailing the Sherwood Magpies 15-21, 111. This is the 2025 opening round for the TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership season. And it's all been Sherwood today. An impressive display, some great passages of play. As I said, from back to mid to forward, from midfield to forward, some of the kicks inside forward 50, and the sharing the workload. I know we've got Cameron's kick 5. I'm going to get you to have a bit of a think about the 28-minute mark. Your 3-2-1 for the Magpies.
Well, there's a medal available today too. So
are you on the voting panel?
No, I'm not. But I tell you what, we might have a man going back to back with Harris.
Interesting to see. Umpire throws the ball up. Tap forward. Sharked out of the middle. Solid play there by Harrison. Kick forward. Can't take the mark. Was Cody Harrison in the front position. Now they set up from the halfback again. In short. Nice play. Cruz. Off one step. Can't take the mark. Crichton, clever. Little kick around the corner. Again, handball over the top. I've liked this bloke's game. Meakin's done really well today. Crichton once again kicks it high. Pack setting herself. Suits the brave. Punch forward. Here's a chance now. Ashcroft. But the siren's gone. And the day belongs to the Sherwood Magpies as they run out convincing winners here today at Pontyanar Oval. 15-21, 111 to Gravatt 4-26. My name's Jack Barry. Just a bit of a summary from Andrew Thompson, who's been my co-commentator today. And Andrew, I appreciate you stepping up and helping us out. Your thoughts on today?
Oh, look, it was a slow start. Terrible conditions, and it looks like the rain's setting again. But as I wouldn't say it dried up, but as the conditions improved in the second half, the Magpies showed their class, got on top, made some strong transitions from back to front, from defence to forward line, and managed to get some, a couple of times they went coast to coast after the two Gravatt behinds, and really got on top. Jack Austin had a great first half. Ethan Harris took control after quarter time, and then Ryan Gilder across half back was a defensive wall with his big fists. Looking about the 3-2-1s there, Jack, I'd probably go 3 Harris, 2 Cameron, and it'd be a toss-up between Meakin and Gilder for the one.
Let's have a look at the goal kickers for the day. And we've got Jared Cameron kick 5 for the Magpies, and 2 each to Jonathan Giles, Angus Parnell, Xavier Knight, and then 1 each to Jack Austin, Will Fletcher, Ryan Gilder, Oliver Cruz, and for Mount Gravatt, 3 to, we think it's Gabe Robbie who kicked 3, then 1 each to Simon Corfey and Noah Milton kicked 1. So plenty of green shoots, as they always say in footy, for Mount Gravatt Vultures. I think they'll be impressed with some of it, but this is probably the second half just dropped off. Well, make sure you keep an eye on the TPIL Lawyers QAFL live stream action during the season. I'm Jack Barry. We look forward to catching up with you next week.